Hello. Welcome everyone to the live stream of the Speed Chess Championship 2023 by chess.com. This is your match against Arjun Erigaisi taking on Jan Nepomniachtchi. It's a very exciting match. We did cover two more matches before. We covered Vidit versus Magnus Carlsen and Gukesh versus MVL. This is how the things stand at the tournament. If you look at this one, we have Hikaru versus Caruana in the quarterfinals. Nihal is taking on MVL. Magnus will take the winner of Arjun and Nepo. Wesley So has already beaten Firuza in the quarterfinals to reach the semifinals. So if Arjun wins today, he would face Magnus, and then if he beats Magnus, he will face Wesley So. And by the way, this is how the schedule looks. Most likely we will have another semi-final tomorrow and then some happening on 19th. So we will stay in touch with this event. Nihal has already reached there. We hope that Arjun also makes it. It's a high-class event organized here, and it's going to be very exciting. So I think the games should start any moment. Rakesh Rocky says Wesley versus Ali Reza yesterday was simply amazing. That's great to know. And joining me all the way from the next room is the one and only Amruta Mokal. Hello, Amruta.
Hello, Sagarsha. How are you?
I'm great, Amruta.
Why have the games not started?
They should start, I believe, at 5:30. Okay. So, and also Arjun, what would you say, Amruta? Who's the favorite in this match, Arjun or Nepo?
Of course, I want to support Arjun here, so that's another thing. So that's why for me, my favorite is Arjun, I guess. What is up with the chat as well?
I'll just tell you guys what the format is. It's 90 minutes of 5+1, and I think I'll write it in the poll. It's 90 minutes of 5+1, 60 minutes of 3+1, and 30 minutes of 1+1. Who do you think will win today? Is it Arjun Erigaisi?
The last we were seeing Nepo's games were, I think, in World Cup against Nihal. That was the closest we have seen. Yes,
also,
World Rapid
also
went.
Vidit.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Vidit beat him there. Oh, by the way, the game has started.
Oh, the game has started.
Whoa.
And guys, do check the poll there.
D4, knight f6, c4. By the way, let's just flip it here. Arjun is black in game number 1. e6, knight c3, bishop b4. We have the Nimzo Indian on the board, and we have e3 variation. The Rubinstein system, Amruta, is here, and then he goes castles.
The classic one, no? In a way.
Very classical.
D5, C5. Oh, I love this structure.
It's very solid, and white has an isolated pawn, but very free-flowing position. Queen e2, bishop b7, rook d1, knight comes to d7, and now Nepo very quickly strikes in the center with the pawn push forward.
Hey, and why is Arjun, down to 3 minutes 55 seconds again?
Yeah, he's thinking actually. I think this is a big surprise for him, this move d5. But I think, Amruta, when he brought his knight rook here to the center, Arjun had a choice here to take and then play knight d7, in which case there was no d5 easily possible.
Okay.
And you would have, or maybe you can start with queen to c7 and playing then knight d7, but he went
directly knight d7,
yeah,
and now d5. How is the d5 move? Because isn't it kind of dissolving the center here? Like you take.
Yeah, you take.
Suppose.
But then knight takes. And the problem is, Amruta, if you take here, then white has an intermediate move, guys. What is the move that white would play? Let's see if our chat is awake and listening to us.
Mahatma Gandhi has housed Arjun in shorter time format, Sagar.
I think he's one of the best in
Yeah.
India and the world. He's in fact India number 1 in blitz, right?
Yeah.
So he is an amazing guy.
DE6, is it right? Alishan, Pro Master.
Let's see if our chat chess moves has picked it up, Amruta. Yes, DE6 is correct.
Mangala, Gattu, Tanushri. Amchi Adda is saying hi, Sagar from Germany.
Oh, hello.
Okay, it is picking up, and most of them are going for D takes
Yes.
E6. So
Alishan
I
Ali,
did
Mangala, Gattu, Tanushri, Ashutosh, Aman, Pro Master, and ABU. Well done, guys. So Arjun right now is thinking
Yeah, but
for
you can
his
show
move.
the move.
He has played it, by the way.
No, you didn't show the move.
This was the move.
Yeah.
To take and already open this up, and if you take, then to take this with a check, and this gets quite dangerous. But in the game, he played the move e5, trying to close the position. And Amruta, it is not a free pawn here, because if you take, I'll simply move my rook and pin your knight to the queen, which can be very nasty. So that's the reason why he played bishop g5, pinning the knight here. Bishop took the knight, pawn takes, and now the rook moved here to the open file looking at these pieces.
Looks nice.
Yeah, looks nice for Arjun. Rook went here and queen up attacking the bishop. So Arjun is looking very solid here, but at the same time, what is the advantage that white already has in this position, guys? Can you tell us what is the advantage? Hello, Anshul from Alabama. Tanmay Bakai. No, only Arjun and Nihal are left in the fray. Gukesh and Vidit were there, but they lost. So they are out from this. Yes, bishop pair is the correct answer. These two bishops and also the passed pawn here.
And Nakul says also the time.
Yes, for sure. He goes bishop here, and Amruta, now Arjun makes this very interesting move,
Oh, that-
queen d6.
While that also came to my mind, it's very natural, right? You want to stop the pawn.
Yes, but generally we know that the queen is not a great blockader of a
And
pawn.
the reason right now, can white go knight h4 already, or is it?
Maybe he could have, but then he could have stopped it with g6.
Okay.
So first he went c4, h6, bishop h4, and now the idea is to put the bishop on g3, putting pressure here. So
So do you go e4? But I hate it to give that d4 square away.
yeah, I agree. If you push the pawn, not only do you give up this square, your bishop can jump back and attack the queen.
Yeah.
So Arjun has to tread very carefully here about what his move ought to be. He goes knight to the side of the board, and he is basically looking at this square.
Also stopping bishop g3, like
Yes,
as you said.
he will take
right?
it.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh,
Very
it's a nice move. I like Arjun's move currently.
yes. And Amruta, maybe he's also looking for pushing his central pawns.
Would love that. Knight d2 with the idea of knight e4. Now can you go f5?
And also the knight was hanging, Amruta. Don't
Oops,
forget.
I did forget.
Yes, so that's why he goes knight first in, attacks the queen. Nepo quickly moves his queen up, and now Arjun jumps with the other knight, stopping knight e4 ideas. Bishop goes back, and I'm very sure Arjun is going to push his pawn forward.
Right now,
Yes,
good time.
yes, he does it.
Oh,
Pushes his
fine.
pawn forward, and guys, Arjun has a very strong center. If he can move his rook here, then start pushing his central pawns, it's going to be amazing.
Yes, so as you said, Sagar, the one thing white is having that is this pawn.
Yeah.
Very, very dangerous. And all the time white is wondering how can I push it.
Yes, but it's not so easy because
1, 2, yeah, even if you want to go here, I have a6 and
Yes.
then I cannot attack right now. But you cannot push the f pawn ever, I believe, because you don't want to open this.
but Nepo makes a very smart move. He stops the pawn moving forward by f3, and Arjun now most likely, Amruta, this rook doesn't have a big role here, right? So my feeling is he would go rook,
Changes department, Sagar.
change the department, give him a new job. That rook needs to
New
actually
role.
new role. Yeah, make him go here. But also this bishop. Right now it's just looking at the pawn, and Arjun says first it's time to change the role of the bishop. Then I will change the role of the rook. So bishop goes to the side, attacking here. Now Nepo puts pressure on the e pawn. Now very natural Amruta is to
Yeah.
save it, and he does it. But
Why is
there
this?
was a very powerful move which actually Arjun did not play, but it was
we
possible.
find?
Let's ask our chat if they can find it. With the time running low, it's not that you don't have too much time to find. But guys, what should black have played here? Black to play.
If the chat decides they want a lot of time, they can arrange this position. They can stop to see watch the stream, and they can keep thinking what to play.
Yashu Sihani says e4. Well, maybe, but he would have just taken the pawn. The right move here was b5. Not an easy
Oh,
move.
timing because it
And
was
if you take here, I take. It's never possible
Oh.
because there is a fork, Amruta.
wow.
So that pawn was not hanging, and b5 would have been a good move. But he moves his rook here. Bishop goes back. Pawn moves up.
Nice.
Bishop back. Oh my god,
Oh,
look at Arjun's
exactly.
pawns.
And look at the space behind those pawns. There is no piece there protecting his king. Yet the position is not that bad. But now this is something.
But what has Arjun just done? He just gave up a free pawn. I think he forgot that here queen could take the pawn. He thought only pawn can take.
And then he had f4.
Yeah. But queen took.
Oh my god.
So
that
he
was
thought,
an
yeah,
important
pawn
one.
takes, there would have been a fork. But in fact, here and now, Arjun is just utterly lost here. But if there is one fighter in the world of chess, it is Arjun Erigaisi. He never gives up and he's still fighting hard.
Okay, but he has only 5 seconds and Nepo has 1 minute 27 seconds. So time wise also it's gone.
Time wise gone, position wise
Position-wise
gone, everything is
So
gone.
only a miracle can change. I doubt here you can do anything against a player like Nepo especially.
But look at Arjun. He's pushed a pawn. He wants to get his knight in, Amruta.
Okay.
Rook is already on the open file. Okay, knight f3 will challenge the take. Look at this, Amruta.
Who is
He's
making?
coming and he's attacking here. He wants to get his other
But
rook
E5,
in.
E5.
E5.
What do you do?
But E5, I'll just take this.
And then E6
That's okay. Okay, check.
or Rook H8.
Rook h5. He wants to take this, Amruta. But now Nepo can, nice move. And now, by giving up one pawn, Nepo has coordinated himself and he's still 2 pawns up. He was 3 pawns up. So,
Only if there is a fortress possible because of that B1 bishop, which is like
no, this, oh, what? Oh, check and he takes the bishop.
nice tactic there. B1 bishop. I was just going to call him an idiot, but I think I was an idiot.
No, the thing is, that's how life is, right? An idiot can become a smart guy only if the circumstances change. And that's how things happen here.
If the circumstances change, matlab he is changing them, no, in some way. Or no, who knows?
Yeah,
There can be
sometimes
some
some other
fortunate
things
circumstances.
change. And I
Okay,
think
nice.
here,
So all
first
the
win.
idiots here, circumstances can change.
Yeah, for sure they can change, Amruta. And right now, the first game has gone in the favor of Jan Nepomniachtchi, and we have said it time over and over again, Amruta, that very important to start well in such matches, but
Yeah.
Arjun has not managed to do so.
First 2 games I consider as a start with
Okay.
so many games happening, and then because you play with both the colors. So Arjun is white right now.
And Nepo plays Petrov. He's a big
Nepo
Petrov.
plays Petrov.
Yeah,
Sagar.
he's a big Petrov fan. And look at this, Amruta.
What?
There is a fork here, but he goes takes. And the point is, if you take here, I give you a check and I pick up your bishop and he takes it. Because if king f8, which looks like the best move here, it still doesn't work because of queen d5 and I attack here. And then if you take this, this is basically a very, very dangerous position for black because check and there is theory here around it. So he goes here, king takes, check, king g6. This is all well-known theory. Take the rook, knight c3. At some point you go h6, queen c4
King.
and d5.
Big blunder in the opening blunder.
Yeah, I think Nepo
For what
has
reason?
forgotten this preparation, Amruta. Here, the main move was to go back with the king or knight c6 or d6, but he played d5, and I'm very surprised
He
that
just
Nepo.
gave up a pawn.
Yeah, generally you give up to open up the bishop, but I think he forgot here because now if king h7 trying to rush away, he forgot that there is a classy move here, guys. White to play. What would you do? Try to think. It's a beautiful move in this position. What should you play here as white?
All good, eh?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, did you find it?
Yeah. Classy is an understatement, Sagar. Come on. Okay, people do have a few options. What happened, Sagar?
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to find if I can see. We'll get that later.
Yeah.
Yes, and the move that everyone's talking about is
Okay.
knight f6.
But Sagar, so many people were thinking of queen e4 and queen d3 as well. So what was the reason there? Maybe
No,
just-
queen e4, just go back.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
for example, if you go check here, I can go back to g8.
Yeah, so
And
that's
it's not
why-
a finishing
yeah.
stroke. But if you find this move, it's over because now you must take and it's mate.
Nice. This is so good. This is actually not at all classy, Sagar. It is nothing related with sophistication.
It was just brutal.
Like exactly, it's so ruthless.
Yeah, ruthless move there. And so in the game, now heading here, knight c6 was played, bishop e3, king h7. But now again, Arjun plays this move. And has he won the game, Amruta? Has Nepo resigned?
What
No,
are
he's
you
still
saying?
thinking. He's still thinking.
Wow, this is such a beautiful position.
He resigned.
Yeah,
Oh,
he resigns. Arjun wins.
guys, Arjun wins in just 13 moves against Nepo.
Could be the
And that too in Petrov. But the real mistake, of course, happened when he played d5. I think that
yeah,
happens
you're
when
right.
you are.
He mixed up the preparation in blitz.
Exactly.
That too
He
in
mixed
blitz.
it up. Generally, Nepo is very well prepared, but here he wasn't focused and he makes an error. And
Yeah.
now 1-1.
So exactly 1-1, Sagar. This is what I call the start.
Yeah, this is where Arjun actually showed that Amruta is right because he struck with white pieces. Score is 1-1. d4, d5. Here the game continued. c4, e6, knight c3, c6. The triangle system.
In the
Knight
chat,
f3.
everyone's like, what a great comeback, what a win after the first game. Nice.
Yeah. e3, b5, a4, bishop b4. Oh, this is playing the note boom variation, Amruta. One of my favorite systems with actually white. Because now, you guys, this, if you take back, the knight would take it. So he takes the knight first, pawn takes, pawn takes. And what is the move that white should play here? Very important move that you should know so that you know the theory as well. Let's see if our chat is very quick to spot this.
Will you call it a classy move?
So you can check here. If I mean, you can see the.
Will you call it a classy move? Ruthless?
No, it's a normal move.
Strategic? Now Sagar is not giving any hints. Bhai, dekho kahan?
Excellent.
चैट में काफी कंफ्यूजन चल रहा है सागर
Aja. Did they find it or?
So there is, for me to know whether they found it, I should find it, no?
You don't know it, huh?
So I like just looked at the chat. I'm not thinking very seriously, but B3 would be the first.
Yes.
B3 or B4.
B3 is the correct move, guys. And all those who said B3, Amay, Sanket, Hans, and Samir, well done. But why did so many people say B4?
Because B4 also you have to consider, no? But then A4 and it's just done, right?
Yeah, I mean B4 is just a very danger. No, it's white to play. But if you played b4,
Yeah,
a4 would be just very bad. So b3, and now the key point to know is that b4 does not work, Amruta. And this is the reason why you don't play b4. And the reason is, guys, Saket. Sorry, Saket, not Sanket. What is the move here for white? Very quickly, guys. Yes, Amay Kanetkar, very good. You are so quick. Stockmeat says Tactical Arjun. Yes, he's Hans Wilkstrom, Samir Sinha, Fenil, Ashutosh. Take here, Amruta. You can't take. The rook is hanging.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So the theory goes bishop
I just
b7. And now you take, I play b4. So that if you take, I take back and my rook is defended. So he goes back, knight to f6, bishop d3, castles, queen c7. And this is very typical, guys, that you have the center, black has the two passers. It creates some amazing stuff. And Nepo is completely not concentrated, Amruta, because here he made, you can't play a4 because the rook and queen both are looking at the square.
Correct.
But this, he just moves his queen away and he lets the pawns advance. Or maybe this is his preparation, I'm not sure. He plays d5.
No, it doesn't seem like preparation is down to 3 minutes 25 seconds.
And Arjun doesn't get tempted by taking this pawn because he knows his structure will be ruined. So he defends the knight. Knight d4, and now pawn takes. Rook c1. This is already very bad position for Jan Nepomniachtchi. Arjun might win with the black pieces. That could be a huge victory because... Yeah, why did Nepo make this error? It was very surprising.
I think because maybe last game actually affected him.
Could be.
Because the way you lose, missing in the opening, that's not you, right? Sometimes just get
That's what you have been saying many times, that players do get affected.
Yeah, because it's a back-to-back game. Hans Wikström is from Sweden, by the way.
That's so good to know, Hans. And Arjun recently played in Sweden at the tournament, Amruta, Sigaman Cup, Sigaman and Co. Today we have a very nice day because Arjun is playing right now. Then he's playing Gukesh tonight in Berlin. And guys, we have the live stream on our channel at 10:30 p.m.
Okay.
It's just whatever is going to be streamed by World Chess, we are restreaming it on our platform. So people can follow it with Arjun taking on Wesley So today.
Nice.
And Wesley So is in amazing form, Amruta, because he beat yesterday Alireza Firuza at speed chess. Now he's taking on today Gukesh. So Wesley So is
back in form, yeah.
Yeah, he's killing youngsters. And also, Amruta, the threat with this move, Queen B6, is to push the pawn even further.
I like it.
So
in fact, Nepo has been thinking quite a lot.
Yeah, I think he should block it with his knight, but I don't know what is he thinking about.
Is he thinking of anything like C4, knight f5 maybe on the king side?
Yeah, could be, but then Amruta, I just push, right? There is no threat.
Yeah, you don't have time for knight g7 and
rook
g7.
b1 played. He's stopping pawn up to b3. And our friend from Sweden says that he is an old friend of Johan Siggeman. That's so nice. In fact, on ChessBase India, we have an interview with Siggeman, who is the founder of this tournament. But now, Amruta, we can't push the pawn because it's blocked twice.
Go knight c5.
Knight c5, yeah, true. That's a great move. But I'm just a little worried about the fact that this guy would be unprotected. So if this knight jumps, then there could be some trouble.
Yeah, you keep worrying. That's what you like.
Well, Arjun clearly does not worry like me. He has moved his knight. Yes, he's played his knight. He's threatening.
I told you, right now I just went out in the rain and I came back. Look at my jacket, it's still there, raincoat, and relaxing moves I'm finding.
Very strong, Amruta. You are getting, and bishop c2 played and he took here. And the point is, if you take with the queen, I want our viewers to quickly tell me what should black do here. Black to play, guys. Let's see if you guys can find the move that Arjun has in mind in this position.
Thank you, Ice Cold Bruce.
The move here very clearly, very easy and very well found by Samir Sinha, Shaurya, Emerald.
Harish, Nitesh, Rakesh, Angad, Shubham, Piyush, and Ice Cold Bruce.
Yes, bishop a6 is coming in, attacking the queen and the rook, and it is game over. So that's the reason why you cannot play queen takes. So what has he done? Because then he would be... Oh, he played it still. Bishop a6, he took here. Arjun took, and now he's complete exchange up, Amruta. And he also is trading the rooks. Nepo says no rook trade. And what a move here by Arjun Erigaisi. And guys, what is his idea? If he takes the rook, what does he want?
50 people answering this very quickly.
Yeah, let's have 50 answers, Amruta. Is it possible to get 50 people to answer this?
Don't worry, Sagar.
I think we have been able to, Amruta.
Oh, nice.
Lot of people answering, and they are really rooting for Arjun to find these moves. That is right, guys. 50 of you have found it. Samir Sinha,
Emerald, Hans, Dhairya, Shaurya, Harish, Rakesh, ProMaster, Shaurya, and Sriram.
yeah, just rook b1 is what Arjun wanted, and Arjun has won the game. In fact, this is not how it ended. He played king e2, but Arjun still insisted, and he said, if you take my rook, I'll take and make a queen. So resignation there by Jan Nepomniachtchi. With black here, Arjun has struck, and the next game has begun. Now Arjun has white pieces. So Jan said, I think I don't want to go for Petrov again.
Yeah.
So I'll go e6, which is already a big success for Arjun, because getting Nepo out of his favorite opening is never easy. Take, c5, h4, queen c7, and knight f3, b6 played by Arjun. So we have...
No, b6 by Nepo.
By Nepo, sorry.
Okay, Nepo is having 30 seconds more than Arjun. So he seems comfortable in it. But Nepo would be very, waiting to strike back here with the black pieces. I'm sure he's not happy with the way things turned around.
True. And by the way, here Arjun will give a check. Mark my words.
Kidhar?
Mark it.
Oh, well done, Sagar.
Thank you. And a6 important move. Oh, a5. Because Amruta, this is a backward pawn on an open file.
I like a5 move actually by Nepo.
Yeah.
Arjun, should he not take there, because it's always irritating to give a forever passed pawn, right? Yes. Thank you. Now, otherwise I would have really worried, Sagar.
Don't worry, Amruta. Now, one of the questions to be asked here for white is, are you going to castle ever? Because you pushed your pawn, right? So it's then like you took commerce, did 1 year, and then suddenly you said, now I want to do engineering. It's that kind of a thing.
Yeah, but it's okay, because sometimes you change your mind. At that point of time, you have clarity. Otherwise, you would be in commerce for such a long time.
Yeah.
Anyway, you end up worrying. So, whenever you understand you've done something wrong, just...
Well,
55.
Let's see. What does he do? He took... Oh my God. Amruta, this is a big question for me. Why he took...
Not an easy move, because you have accepted doubled isolated pawns.
Yes.
Explain, Sagar.
I will explain to you now. I thought, Amruta, that he wanted to bring his rook here to here. Okay. But then he just stops it with c4, perhaps. But the other point was...
Don't make me so emotional, and then it's like...
That
just
Arjun thought, if you play h5 here, okay, and h6, what he didn't want was at some point for black to take and these checks to come in. So that's the reason why he first took and stopped the queen from getting active.
Though
then
I
he pushed.
do think queen c5 was a possibility.
Yes, for sure it was. For sure, this could have been played. But I think after queen d3, it's still...
Now it's clear that the pawn remains on b file that way also. Rook c8, bishop b2, or bishop d2 maybe, just...
Or just this move attacking here. So maybe that doesn't work.
Tactically doesn't work.
So he goes b takes, pawn to h5, h6. Good move by Nepo. And now Arjun plays his queen up, defending the pawn and saying to Nepo, hey, now you gave me a pawn, I'm not giving back. Nepo says, give me back the pawn, and Arjun creatively plays the move which I suggested,
Yeah.
which is not a great idea according to the engines. It seems like a bad move, but
Why? Because of c4, yeah? Right now is c4 a
well, maybe
point?
this is what Arjun wants, that if c4, his knight gets this square.
Hmm.
But there are some other reasons, which is if you take Amruta, then I go rook here,
Yeah.
which is very aggressive.
And rook a1 maybe you will go.
No,
Or
rook
queen b1,
a1, I'll
queen b-
castle. So king h8, and what engines are essentially saying is that with the knight coming here, your attack is not going to get through. But I think this is essentially what is going to happen. Knight, this happened actually. Rook a4, rook a6, rook g4. Knight jumped out. He castles, and now rook a2. So Arjun's entire ambitious idea might not be the best.
Might not be the best engine wise.
Yes.
But I'm sure this is a little scary when you have all these pieces
I agree.
placed and targeting the whole king side.
Yeah.
So Nepo has to be very accurate. Otherwise, it's going to be like over.
Oh,
So
look at what
it.
happened. Amruta, here he went knight h4, and I think Arjun is very smart, because if you take here, what was Arjun's idea, guys? Very quickly. What was he planning in this position? Can you find it out? Was he planning to recapture the knight or something else? Chesspedia, hello, thank you for your for supporting Arjun. And the move here, Amruta, is bishop h6. Beautiful answers here given to us by our chat. You don't take this knight, you are attacking
knight
here.
f5?
If you go back, then I take another pawn. You need to take back, and I push my pawn forward with the rook coming in and the queen joining. It
Wow.
can be very risky.
Nice.
So very good answers here given by our chat. Emerald, Dhairya, Sakar, Priyanshu, Promaster, Gunatit. Going back to the game, what happened was after queen a6, he offered a trade. Arjun avoided it with pawn moving forward. Knight came to c6. Arjun took. Pawn takes. And now he, oh my god, Amrita, he sacrificed an entire rook.
Oh,
He sacrificed an
wow.
entire rook, because if you take,
Huh.
then take, it's a mate. There's
And
no
if
way
you
to
play
stop.
g6,
G6.
there is hg6.
Yeah, hg6.
And let's say knight takes e5. One second. What's happening for knight e5?
Knight e5.
Yeah.
Well, I take here double check. In a double check, the king always has to move.
Queen g6. Sorry. King has to
Is the
move.
king
Yeah,
has to move.
I made it.
Yeah, king h8, there is a mate. King h7 also mate. So you have to
King
take.
f7.
And now I give a check. And now this is hanging.
But king is
King e6.
queen f8.
And there are this
many
rook
ways.
e1. And this is big trouble
Wow,
here. So Arjun
brilliant.
being really smart about it, but Nepo being even more smart and goes knight to d4, and he says, I'm attacking your bishop and the queen with a check. So he takes rook g7, check, king moves to the side. The game is getting very exciting.
Oh, but look at Nepo's time. He's having 2 minutes 47 seconds. Arjun is having only 55 seconds.
If you remember, Amruta, Nepo is a speed monster, and queen d2, excellent move. Stopping this, he goes f4. If you take with the queen, what's the problem, Amruta?
Knight e2 check.
Check and losing the queen. So
Oh.
that's the reason why f4
Wow,
you
Nepo's
need to.
defense is epic right now.
Yeah,
The way
if you
he's
take
handling.
here, rook is hanging.
Oh, Anshul says watching with my 4-year-old Arihan. He just woke up. He might be thinking this is a dream.
Oh, Amruta, look at this again. Rook g6, brilliant move, attacking the queen and the rook. He took the rook.
What a
takes-
game.
Queen takes c4.
Queen f4 now. No, not even now.
I mean, who's winning this, Amruta? Because black has very nice pieces, but Arjun is making a
E6.
queen.
No, knight takes.
Oh.
What?
He took
If you
here.
take, there is rook a1 check.
Oh, king
But why
h2.
did you not take? Because you had queen e1.
Yeah, he could have played that, but I think he felt that after take, check, queen e1, take,
Knight
and
e6.
maybe knight e6, he thought this is lost endgame, but it's not actually. Bishop d6 is possible, but after rook a1, Arjun resigned because there is nothing happening. In fact, you are right, Amruta. It was possible to play on, and it was around equal, but he blundered there. And what a game.
This was amazing game from both the sides. They
Yeah.
were finding such accurate moves there.
And Amruta, we have another French defense. This time Arjun is black. And Arjun has played e4, e6, d4, d5, e5, c5. The scores are now level with 2-2 as the scorecard.
Yes, Karate says the fighter always fights like Arjun from the Pandavas.
Yes.
Yeah, the time difference too. Yeah, I don't know last
No,
time when he blundered.
I
he
think
maybe
Nepo
had-
really has decided that
play fast,
that
yeah.
I won't take much time in this match now because Arjun is a tricky guy and and I shouldn't give him too much respect.
Yeah. Craziness there.
97, knight a3. Can we go here, Amruta, and attack this bishop and the pawn?
Yeah, I like it.
Actually, this seems
But
like a
knight
logical.
g6, bishop g3, knight e5, and with knight b5 is something I would think.
Yeah, knight b5, bishop takes, pawn takes, opens the
yeah.
rook. And then when I move my king here, then already queen comes in and it's a big problem. So
Got it.
I don't think that's possible. He goes pawn up to a6, stopping this idea. But Nepo once again, without much thought, plays b4. So guys, Arjun is facing an angry Nepo right now, who is very much like the thumbnail picture of him. He's like,
Yeah, what have I done in that second game? That blunder, losing in
second
13
game,
moves.
third game also. He
Yeah,
lost
but in
two
the
games.
second game, 13 moves,
Yes.
right? So that was, I think.
Ooh, knight goes to f5 by Arjun. He's keeping this up open, and Amruta, I think b5 will be met with a5, closing it down.
Yeah, you would love to do that.
But perhaps a pawn sack like this could come in, opening the b file. Knight gets the b5 square. I believe that's a possibility, but Nepo doesn't take it. He goes bishop g4, and he wants to take the knight.
Yeah, the threat is take, and there is not a disco because this is hanging.
Yeah.
So not yet. But maybe you can just play g6.
Well, maybe, but Amruta,
Slow
what's the
move.
hurry to make such? Let's develop.
Bishop e7.
Tanushri Gururat says, seems like a very even match, very exciting. Yeah, I also think it's an even match until now. 2-2 is the score. Amruta, we did see two matches just
Yeah.
a couple of days ago. Gukesh was sort of one-sided with MVL cruising through in the match.
Yeah.
And Vidit Carlson, although Vidit gave a very tough fight, I felt that the result was always Magnus was in the lead. Like by either 2 points, 3 points.
He was,
sort
but
of.
we really enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
we
And only
enjoyed.
in the bullet section it changed a bit, I would say.
Yeah.
Because many of the winning games. It
No,
doesn't matter
games
how
were
the
very
games
good.
are.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that maybe we didn't do the Nihal match because we were
had
busy.
Vishnu.
We had Vishnu here. So this match is kind of the even one where we don't know who will win.
Correct.
For now, b5 played.
Okay, now you were saying a5 and b6, right?
Yeah.
I think Arjun will play a5 because how otherwise you cannot stand this.
No, but there is a way, because if you take here, I can take back. Oh, he goes a5. He
Yeah.
just,
Which doesn't.
which is logical. I think humanly it's the most natural move. But I think
now
Nepo
whether
will-
b6 or not.
I think
Yeah,
Nepo
what do you
must
think?
give, because look, guys, if yes, he plays it. If you played a move like moving the bishop away, for example, then Arjun would just play his pawn up, and then this position remains closed.
No pawn break there. That's true.
So this is a
b6.
smart pawn sacrifice, opening up the B line, and whenever you are attacking, always remember that you must fight for open lines against your opponent's king. This is what Arjun has done and Nepo has done, and now Arjun's queen is sidelined. So he takes the knight, but this is a very bad move according to the engine.
No, isn't it surprising? Why would you take that knight?
I don't know, maybe he had so many moves, right? He could have just gone back here
Yeah.
and attacked this.
Very surprising. Very. Okay, let's see what happens next. Now
Knight
knight
b5.
b5. Is Arjun going to be pawn up? But this move seems really bad. I don't understand. It's such a natural move. You have brought your rook on the open file.
Yeah.
You have ideas like h5 in the future.
No, it's a very tough move that white needs to find now,
Now.
which is to push here, maybe c4. And I mean, in our mind, it's like
Yeah,
we'll keep
d4
it
and
close.
bishop. In fact, bishop c6 in the future.
But then this bishop comes in here.
And you can't go bishop c6. Let's
Yes.
ask the chat.
Because
Why
after
not?
take, queen takes.
What
What
should
is the
white play?
problem? White to play. Is our chat able to find this very, very tough move that we have asked?
Yeah, I don't think even 5 people will get the answer.
By the way, Nepo did find the c4 move, which is amazing. Nepo
Ooh.
in good form here. Suddenly is woken up from his slumber here.
Sameer Sinha, Emerald Education, Harsh Dattani, Shreyash, Pariti Narayan, Piyush Gaikwad, Phoenix, Gunadit Reddy, Aryan, Tanushri Gururaj.
So the idea
Well
was, of course, Amruta, knight a7 check, and you lose the queen. It's a fork. So here we were talking this position. Nepo did play the move c4, opening up this diagonal. But Arjun played bishop e7. He didn't take. And the question is, can you take? But somehow there is attack here. So you may have to take, and rook takes, defend this pawn. So like take, and take. Rook is defending this pawn, and it seems like a fine
Yeah.
position.
Fine, white is better, na? You mean?
Yeah, but I thought black was okay, but maybe not.
So what did Arjun play then?
Now Arjun played his bishop up. Nepo is thinking, and I think Nepo has slowed down a bit from his super fast way of playing.
Cool. He must be clearly understanding that this is a better position for him.
Yeah.
You think, assessment wise?
Oh, for sure. I mean, look at this knight here. Beautifully placed. The queen is out of play, which is very important.
Right.
I think these factors do give him a big advantage.
If Arjun is able to get his king a little bit here so that he can bring his queen here and you know.
But the problem is, Amruta, if the queen came here, there is a fork.
No, that's why king
And
b8,
if
king
you
a8.
go here, then there is a fork. So be careful.
No, okay, chalo, not king a8.
Yeah.
But if I go king b8 and then queen
C6.
c6.
True, possible.
Wow, that's quite a long time. What did he play? No, he played queen e2 now. Arjun is thinking. Rook g6. Okay.
I think it's a logical move.
And now you were saying something like takes e6. But
Oh,
that's not possible
take-
anymore.
He could have taken the pawn here because, Amruta, if you take back, the idea was to take, rook takes, and now pawn to f4 followed by f5, e6. Very quick pawns.
Oh, you're not even focusing on the king side here, on the king.
No, my pawns are very strong, but actually Nepo did not do that. He went in the center, and now Arjun down to 34 minutes. Actually, Arjun being a little uncharacteristically slow. Here, d takes c4, not at all a good idea, Amruta, because now check, bishop takes, here, rook enters the position. I don't know what Arjun was thinking
Yeah, what
here.
did he think? He must have missed something, and maybe he's thinking something like rook g4 at some point, some sacrifice. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe bishop takes b5. He wants to get rid of that knight on b5.
No,
Is
but
it
look at
anything?
this. The bishop now comes into this long diagonal, and guys, we've been already talking about if you try and meet that bishop, then now you can't take with the queen. There's a check here. You have to take with the pawn, Amruta. But after I take here,
And that's happening, Sagar, in the game.
oh, it happened.
Yeah.
He did go bishop c6, takes, knight d6. But there were better moves. Bishop d6.
17 seconds for Arjun and 1 minute 25 seconds for Nep.
No, Nepo's going to take the lead in the match, guys. This one is definitely going his way. ED6 played, King D7, but Arjun is a fighter, you know, Amruta.
Yeah.
I think his defensive skills is what really sets him apart generally in these matches. But until now, Nepo has not had difficulties dispatching him whenever he has had an advantage.
Also, I mean, Nepo is now getting more and more alert.
Yeah.
As you said, with Arjun's trickiness. Rook b2, he wants to double the rooks there.
Actually, Arjun is even 2 pawns up here, Amruta, but that is not at all felt because he has so many double, tripled pawns, isolated pawns. But the rook is coming
Yeah,
to...
this is the worst pawn structure ever.
Yeah.
You can see. Tripled isolated pawn, doubled isolated pawn, and another isolated.
It's terrible. And now Nepo goes queen f3, trying to enter from this side, which is very, very powerful. Rook comes up, check, king takes, and now e6 is hanging.
Queen
I mean,
c8.
Nepo will just finish this off.
Yeah,
I
2
think,
seconds for
I think,
Arjun.
guys, very strong move here for white. Can you think? Oh, rook b7 blunder. He had to play rook b8, Amruta, just deflecting the queen. And now rook e6 was a mate. I don't know why he didn't find it. He
Was this
played
a mouse
here.
clip because while he is moving the rook?
No. His idea is to mate here, but Arjun
Acha.
defends. And now Arjun is back in the game once again. This is Arjun, guys. Very tricky, very big fighter. Never gives up. Never ever.
His positions usually demand a lot of accuracy from opponents.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it is,
No,
you know, all
because
scatter-
Arjun is very tricky, you know, Amruta. Because he's now back. In fact, he's winning now.
Oh my god, the c
No.
pawn. No, winning might be too much.
Yes, because rook e7 was a powerful move, but okay, he went rook d2. I think he's winning. Look at the c pawn rushing forward.
Yeah, at least the c pawn looks.
Oh, Nepo won on time.
Oh, we forgot about the time.
But I've never seen Arjun lose on time, Amruta, in these matches.
Acha.
Yeah, he's so good at handling his time. It's almost a wonder as to how he lost there.
Oh, but that had come so close.
Yeah,
Actually.
he fought back amazingly well. Great match there, great game there. d4, knight f6, bishop f4. Arjun, very tricky guy. Yeah, he plays the London and he plays the Jobawa London and stuff like that. But now we are in some kind of a Benoni structure. Old Benoni takes, and very smart decision here to take, because many times people make this mistake of pushing the pawn forward.
Okay.
And guys, it's a blunder. What is the mistake here? Don't ever make this error with white pieces if you are playing, and if your opponent makes this mistake as white, you should sort of take advantage of it as black. Let's see how many of you found it. Yes, we have a few of the people finding it. Knight takes d5 is correct. Samir, Shanti, Harsh, Rayan and Tanushri, KD. But Amruta, also knight e4 is correct, which means that they are also right.
Oh, Emerald, Sahil, Mittu, Success, and JK.
Yes, because here the point is, if you take knight takes, if you take with the knight or the pawn, I take your bishop. And if you take the bishop, then I go back with my knight. And the same point here is knight e4. If you take the bishop, I take your knight hitting the queen. And if you take here, I'll take that. So that was the few things you should know. So Arjun just took. Bishop takes, pawn to e4 now. Castle, h4. Ooh. Queen b6, rook a3. And Amruta, clearly you don't want to be taking here. Why is this a blunder? Can I ask the chat?
No, you can't.
Yes, we have our chat really switched on today. Amruta, very strong players have entered the chat today. However, Shreyas Nayak, you need to think. It was not the best move.
Bichara. Emerald, JK, Chinmay, Sudeep, Harsh, Dhairya, Tanushri, Arpit, Mittu, Nayan.
Rook b3 and the queen is trapped. Rook a2 would have let the queen escape.
That's true. What would be the word for bichara in English? Okay.
Maybe we can ask the chat. f5 played by Nepo. Rook b3. Queen went back. He took. Bishop takes. Bishop g4. Arjun playing this very risky because his pieces are not developed.
But Arjun loves to play risky, yeah?
Yeah,
I mean,
he-
that too in Blitz. And he's, I think, able to bring a lot of creativity in his games. Maza aa raha hai. Misery.
Oh,
man,
Amruta,
pura
rook
guy.
a2, there was queen takes c3. What was I saying? Stupid. Yes.
Sorry, let me focus on what you are saying.
Rook f4.
Okay, he's attacking e4 right
This,
now.
and if the knight moves, this was hanging.
Yeah,
So he goes with his rook in.
nice
Queen
move there.
takes
Queen
b2.
b2. Arjun doesn't care about that pawn at all.
You know, Arjun
Knight,
is...
Arjun doesn't care about this pawn
No,
at
now
all.
he'll castle. He will use this lead in development to create something brutal here.
Ah.
I think Nepo has taken too much. He has eaten more than he can chew, Amruta. Don't you think so? He castles. Yes. Arjun now having two knights, rook and queen in the game. Nepo has a rook and a queen, but they seem a little bit
Yeah, and that's
misplaced.
a big mistake by Nepomniachtchi. And as chat is saying, poor guy is the thing.
Poor guy.
Poor
Bichara.
guy, optionless, hopeless kid.
Amruta.
Hopeless kid thoda.
Just
बेचारा हो
don't
रहा है.
no need to move the rook, because when he takes here you take back and your rook opens up. So right now
Oh,
material is not
Petrosian
important.
exchange,
No, not even
sacrifice.
Petrosian. This
No.
is Mikhail Tal. You just go on the attack. Queen f3.
I like it.
Yes, we just said the same thing. That's because we've been living with each other for 15 years now, guys. That happens often. Here, there is a mate threatened, and this is one of those positions where material is less important. But Arjun goes rook g3. What's up with Arjun? Why is he?
But it's not a bad move. He just didn't see queen f3 maybe.
No, but what if he takes here?
Ah,
Did Arjun really
queen
calculate?
f5, Sagar.
That's correct. That's a check here.
Mate in one.
And if knight d7, stopping this check.
Knight g5.
Knight
Over.
g5, threatening a mate here and a check here. So let's say I stop this
Just
Check.
knight e6 maybe.
king here and now take the knight with a mate.
Yeah, take.
So taking the rook, taking the knight is incorrect, and Nepo very quickly goes knight d7. Well played by him. He is fighting. This is such a interesting game developing.
Wow. One thing is there. They haven't had any boring game yet.
No, because Arjun is that kind of a player who makes the games very exciting.
Okay, he played knight d6. Now he's won a pawn.
And
But
Nepo
f2
quickly.
under pressure.
Amruta, look at how Nepo has coordinated all his pieces. He brought them out. Earlier, they were all inside.
I think Nepo's defensive skills are amazing. We are getting to see more.
Yeah, true. For the time being, Arjun has played an interesting move. He's brought his rook up, and his point is if you take, he wants to attack the knight and also threaten a check, followed by knight moving in.
Okay, this is hard for Nepo to play or Arjun. What would you say? This position very complicated.
Yeah, it's
For
a
whom?
very complicated position overall, but I think it's tougher for Nepo to play right now because if he goes back, Arjun's going to chop this pawn off and then fork these two pieces.
Right.
So generally, it's not easy to go back here, and he finds it. And Arjun takes queen c3. Best moves played by Nepo.
And that bishop is out of the game. That is cool.
Maybe you should have taken with the rook here, because now with knight takes, knight g5, brilliant move found by Arjun Erigaisi. He wants to go to e6, and his rook cannot be now threatened with the knight coming here.
So can you go rook g6 here? Still knight e6.
Yeah, still knight jumps in, Amruta, and also knight e4 is possible. Maybe rook d8 is good, because if knight e6, rook takes e6, pawn takes, and you lose the queen. So rook d8. Will Nepo find it? He has 1 minute 30 seconds. Arjun has 2 minutes. He goes e4, which
No,
is a
he doesn't
mistake.
find it. So now you're saying knight e6?
Yeah,
or
knight
now
e6.
Just take on e4.
No, just play knight e6. No, Amruta, because threat is to take the rook and also rook g7 check.
And what if rook f7 there? You
Yeah,
just
if,
defend.
if you play this, then I can actually take
now
this
you can
pawn.
just take the pawn as well.
And I'm a
More
pawn up.
choice.
I'm a
Yes.
pawn up. Don't forget, in the end, no matter how attacking chess you play, if you're material down, endgames are going to be bad for you. The accuracy of this game is not that high. White has 87% accuracy, black has 85%, but well, that's what happens in attacking games.
Yeah. The fun accuracy is very high. Rook e4. He takes the pawn right now.
Oh, he takes it.
says,
That's the-
I like the knight on
That's a
g5
good move.
better.
It's a good move.
This also works. Suddenly the game has settled down. Both of them have around equal time. And Arjun is a pawn up. And Nepo is making natural moves, but unfortunately they are not the best.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to bring your knight closer somewhere.
That's what happens in non-standard positions, Amruta. When you play positions which are standard, players like Nepo are so well versed with them that they are able to find the best moves on intuition. But here, Arjun makes them calculate. He's not like making them, oh, now it's an easy move. You can play your king to h8, bring your knight out. He's making them calculate. And I think he'll find the move rook e6 here, which is a very powerful move.
Yeah, I like rook e6. What else is possible there or good for Arjun, you would say?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I was wondering if we could push the pawn. No, he
we
goes
lose
queen
that
d4.
pawn, no?
This is also a good move actually. Because after take, which might be the forced move, because the queens are being attacked. Rook takes. I hit your knight, and suddenly the game from very tense middle game goes into an end game where white is a pawn up, and that too with a very strong passer. So take.
Knight d6. c4, very natural. You have to go b6. Oh, he goes rook c8.
Yeah, now you go rook c1, threatening
c5.
c5, and if you play b6,
Can you go
Amrita,
a5?
exactly a5 take and c5, which would be very powerful here. He goes b6, a5 on the board. Well done.
Oh, wow.
Guessing Arjun's moves.
Nice.
And now rook d2, rook d3, rook d1, whatever you want to play, all are winning. So right now, Arjun, we might, after this game, we will have our first break of the match. Because we are well past the halfway mark. But
Yeah.
Arjun would have struck back and the score would be 3-3 for sure.
No, but one important thing, Sagar, this is in time pressure. We've seen people getting flagged. So
No,
very
Amrita,
important
this
to
might
keep
not
this.
be difficult for Arjun, no?
No, nothing is. But finally, with 5 seconds in hand and with the knights on the board, the possibility of blunders increases. g4 is played. The
And
rook
Nepo
now
is fighting
cuts
back.
The king. Yeah.
Just like how Arjun fought back in the previous game, but in the end lost on time. Nepo is fighting back, and I think Arjun's major mistakes happening in time trouble. Rook c3.
Why? It's a big blunder.
I don't know. Maybe just take.
Super big, in fact. Maybe take. What?
Oh.
Oh no,
Nepo.
Oh, what about a3? Now can you stop the pawn? Yes,
It was
one.
a check by the knight.
Oh my god, he cannot stop the pawn.
Oh, you were so right, Amruta.
Shit.
Actually, it's Nepo who's now playing for a win.
Oops, not here.
Not here. Maybe he goes the
Yeah.
other side.
Oh, h5. Look
h5,
at
he's
this
going to
move.
take this.
Man, this is so much to calculate for 3 seconds.
Yeah, I think Arjun, if he holds a draw, it might be a miracle here because he's lost his last pawn. So now the king comes for duty this side so that the knight,
Yeah.
can actually go and stop that pawn.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 93 should do it. Now it's done, Amruta. It's a draw. Guys, we never expected this to end in a draw. Arjun was in complete control here, but the game didn't go well for him.
Bapre.
What a match this has been. 2.5 for Arjun, 3.5 for Nepo after 6 games here. What are your thoughts, Amruta? Who do you think is looking stronger?
No, both are playing so amazing, so creative, and I think this is exciting till the end. I do think Arjun still has a chance because if you look at the start now as a bigger start, the score difference is only 1 point.
Yeah.
You can easily beat one game and be
And
back.
that too he had many winning
Yeah.
chances in
True.
each game.
True.
So it's not been like someone's playing watertight here. Mistakes are happening back and forth. And guys, we are going to be back. But if you would like to get a chess set to play over the board, then please check this out, and also the first link in the description. It's a very nice chess set that we have, the ChessBase India Premium Chess Set.
In a world that is going increasingly digital, it's sometimes nice to hold things in your hand. The ChessBase India Premium Chess Set is our attempt to give you a great feel of playing chess in real life. The first thing we wanted to ensure was that the product was of the best possible quality. When you buy the ChessBase India Premium Chess Set, you get a chessboard, high quality chess pieces, a bag for the pieces, a bag for the chessboard as well. All of this is carefully packed so that when we courier it to you, you receive it in the best possible condition. We take pride in the fact that the chess sets are manufactured in India. Here are some features of the premium chess set. It is 96 standard weighted and felted set of Staunton design. Fine crafted, high class plastic pieces of 3.75 inches height. Total weight of the pieces is around 800 grams. Usual pieces are around 300 to 400 grams. You have two extra queens included. 55mm by 55mm high quality vinyl board with notation, the ChessBase India logo in the corner and a leatherite finish. You have two flat nylon drawstrings for the board and pieces with the ChessBase India logo. It is also a perfect product to gift your loved ones. We also have gift wrapping options in the ChessBase India shop. So what are you waiting for? Get your hands on the ChessBase India premium chess set and challenge someone to a game of chess in real life. Link is in the description.
Guys, that was the ChessBase India chess set. It's the first link in the description. You can check it out and you can get it for yourself to play. We have sold many chess boards. People have loved it across India and the world. We ship all across the world. And in the second link in the description is ChessBase 17, the ultimate software for your maintaining of chess databases like your own games, others' games, and you can also get the ChessBase 17 and Mega Database, which is the third link in the description. So do check it out. Guys, Arjun versus Nepo. What a match this is turning out to be. Manan Pandya says, Sagar bhai, what if I want to meet you on Sunday or Monday evening? Manan, I am on Saturday in Phoenix Market City. That would be the best time to meet me. If you're not this week, then you can plan subsequent weeks, because Monday or Sunday, I don't know where I am. Usually I'm either working or somewhere. So maybe Saturday if we can make it work. This match is evenly matched like so. Ali Reza, Stock Meat says. Yes, I also think this will be this will go down to the wire. Shaurya Chaudhary, the time is basically not of the match. It will have 34. This is the break time. What do you predict the score would be, Sagar? I think Arjun will win this match. The score could be around... generally, they play around 8 games in this. No, they play what? 10 games here in Blitz. Then they play another 8 games. 18 and 9, 10. So 28 points generally. The match is of 28 points. So my guess is it will be 16-12 in the favor of Arjun. Shriram says, Sagar, among Kramnik, Vishy, Topalov, Gelfand, Magnus, Fabi, Karyakin, Nepo and Ding, who were the world championship winners / challengers? I feel Nepo is the weakest of them. Your thoughts? Well, I personally think Nepo is in classical format one of the best in the world right now. To win 2 back-to-back candidates in this current era is never easy. And I would also go to say that if the third candidates for which he's qualified now in 2024, he's a heavy favorite. So definitely I do not think that Nepo is weakest of all of these people. But yeah, then again, who would you say is the weakest is a question. Maybe Nepo is playing better than Karyakin, especially because Karyakin made it to the one world championship match while Nepo made it to 2. All those who are joining in, guys, this is the Speed Chess Championship by chess.com, and it is one of the most exciting events for the year. It's an online event, and we have some very interesting results already. This is how things stand in this tournament. Oops, sorry, this one. We have tomorrow Nakamura versus Caruana. Nihal also plays MVL. Magnus is going to play the winner of this match, which is going to be very exciting. Arjun Magnus would be very cool. Ali Reza Firuza will be playing against Wesley. So, actually, Wesley beat Ali Reza. And Alireza Wesley is in Berlin right now playing the Armageddon tonight against Gukesh. So he's already reached the semis. With 30 seconds left now, we're all ready to start this match. Ding has just vanished. I think Ding will very soon come back in this event. I mean, in chess, he has taken some break after the World Championship match. I think it was a very tough period for him. Overall, there could be many things that could have happened. I'm not sure, but I'm sure that the very fact that he's pulling out from many of the events shows that he is not in the best shape. Okay, guys, game number 7 about to begin. Yeah, Paradox. I think Sergei Karyakin might not play much of competitive chess. I believe he is now also into politics. I'm not 100% sure, but maybe he is. So I don't think he might play chess too much, but you never know. Yeah, like he may make a comeback at some point. Sahil Kulkarni says, Sagar, I played with Gukesh in nationals when he was 2156. Wow. You know, Sahil, generally that is the best time we get to beat these prodigies. Oh, we have e4 by Nepo, and Arjun goes for the Sicilian, not the French. e6, d4, takes, knight f6, knight c3, bishop b4. His threat is to take this pawn in the center. Pawn pushed forward, knight d5, queen g4. These are risky lines to play against a player of Nepo's caliber, because they have been shown to be not the best. Oh, now if you get tempted to take this, guys, queen g7 is just very powerful, because you might think, oh, I have a nice disco here, but no, not really. Pawn comes forward, hits the bishop and also the rook. So he goes first, king f8, defending this pawn. Nepo asks the bishop, what are you doing? Because if now knight takes, I take your bishop. He takes here, pawn takes, queen c7. Arjun is well prepared in these sharp lines. But guys, so is Nepo. Queen c7 hits the two pawns in the position, c6, c3 and e5. What should white play in such a position is the question. Yes, Sharat Babu, I really like your move, Sharat, because with queen g3, you are defending this and this, but Nepo only defended his pawn here. So Arjun was quick to grab this pawn. Nepo says, I'm developing my pieces. Arjun says, I'm not too far behind. He brings his knight here. Now you can't castle anymore, because then knight takes, pawn takes, and queen takes here is possible. Oops, not possible. Queen is defending. So actually, it was possible to castle. And he did castle, yeah. Silly me. h5, hitting here, queen f3. And now Arjun is thinking. Actually, Arjun can take the knight. But he goes queen f6. And you know what Arjun's saying essentially to Nepo? If we go into an endgame, I'm pawn up and I'm clearly better. So Nepo, prove your compensation. And of course, Nepo would not want to trade queens. He wants to keep it. So the moves for him logically seem queen e4. That's what he's done. I was hinting at that move. And now if the knight jumps here, it would be looking at the central square. So I'm imagining that Arjun might want to take these knights. This knight. But once you take here, white gets some center control. Pawn is coming up. The bishop is then coming into the game. So not an easy position. And Arjun goes, boom, g5. Not a great move. But Very interesting chess. He makes space for the king, but he further weakens the dark squares in the position. Knight jumps to f4 and he takes on c6. Arjun should take with the d pawn, I believe, so that the bishop can open up eventually. He can also take with the b pawn. It's not such a bad idea. He takes with the b pawn, okay, because he wants to strike in the center. Bishop goes back. And now, what does Arjun do? Should he push his pawn forward? Or should he push this pawn forward? There are too many possibilities here. His king is weak on f8. But it doesn't matter. Arjun pushes his pawn. Queen a4, attacking this pawn on c6. Do you defend it this way or this way? What is the way? Maybe there is another brilliant move, e5. Love it. Because now the c6 pawn is defended by the queen. Arjun doing well now. And the bishop says, thank you so much. I'm also opening up in this way. The pawn moves forward, hitting the center. But I think Arjun should not worry about that. Because if you take the pawn, I take it back. So maybe it's time to move the bishop. Or how about we tuck the king away in the corner. Currently the time is 3 minutes for Arjun. 3 minutes 13 seconds for Nepo. He's 1 point behind in the match. Arjun Erigaisi must strike back here, otherwise the difference could become huge. Context, the bishop would have been hanging, so he moves his bishop to f5. That's a good square. Queen a5, putting pressure here, guys. Nepo, very sneaky. And the thing is, after pawn takes, he wants to take the knight and then win this pawn in the center. That's what his plan is. Yeah, right now Nepo has 2 bishops and a safer king. But Arjun has all this space in the position. Can you go rook d8? But maybe then you lose your a7 pawn, right? You don't want to lose that pawn. But then what do? Do you lose? I was wondering, guys. Look at this. Look at this tactical trick. King g7. Okay. Pawn takes. What is a very nice move for white here? Guys, very nice move. How many of you can come up with what should be played? Very difficult, but you guys are stars. Love it, guys. Great answer by Emerald, Shanti, Abhibhav, Vigatha, Aditya, Tanushri, Rajbir, Harshula and Chess. The point is you could take here on e5, and the thing is after queen takes, the bishop pops out and look at this pin, and you can't push the pawn forward because the queen is lost this way. So there are all these tactics to foresee. Arjun goes with his rook here. Not a great idea because now pawn takes. I don't know what was his plan. Take. Maybe Arjun thought that here bishop takes, e takes, queen d5 is not such a big problem because he can enter with the rook. So he had calculated this line. Nepo goes bishop c3, hitting here the pawn, and Arjun now, the most natural move that comes to mind is to push the pawn, right? But this is a blunder. And that again, the same trick comes in. Boom, rook takes with the queen support, hitting the bishop. So you can't win this because I win your bishop here. So that's the reason why he had to go with his knight back to further bolster the center. And at this point, it is Jan Nepomniachtchi's move. He's thinking he has 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Arjun has 1 minute 14 seconds. The game is very exciting. And that's the thing about Arjun Erigaisi. I feel when it is blitz and rapid, the way Arjun complicates the game, it's uncomparable. When it is classical chess, the way Gukesh complicates is uncomparable. By the way, rook takes c3 is a brilliant move now for Arjun Erigaisi. Will he find it? Why is that exchange sacrifice so good? Well, the reason is it's a simple tactical blunder. What is the move, guys? Let me see if you all are alert. Black to play. What is the move here? What is the move? Exactly, Neeraj Mehta, Sangeet Dhabi, Shaumik Banerjee, the bishop is hanging. So big blunder here and Arjun spots it instantly, takes it. Queen takes a6 does happen. Rook takes pawn. But guys, now queen goes back and pins it here. Notice there's no check coming in. The bishop controls this. Rook goes back. But hey, now. Oh, why? Arjun, why did you not push the pawn? Wasn't this just winning? Maybe queen b2 is what. Or maybe queen b4 check. He was afraid of. So he plays king g7. Rook d1. Rook d8. And he's totally better here, guys. Two pieces are just way more powerful in such positions against the rook. Fantastic position for Arjun Erigaisi. Take, rook c3. Materially, if you see, white has an extra pawn. But extra pawn and a rook against two pieces. And the two pieces are really well placed. The king is well positioned. So all in all, it's... yeah, you can push the pawn forward, I think. d4 just makes a lot of sense. Oh, rook c8. He's ready to trade. It's interesting. Why do you want to trade? Takes, g3. Yeah, if you move the knight, now the pawn is hanging. He gives a check. Yeah, somehow this knight is misplaced. g4, well, very smart. You can't take here. Boom. It's a pin. So that's what Arjun was banking on to get stabilized. He will go bishop e6, then knight g5. That's how stability he wants to get. So king f1 now gives a check and he will put his bishop. Oh, this winning now. Because see, oh, there's equal pawns. There was no extra pawn. I was mistaken. Thank you, Stockmeat and Wizardry YT for pointing that out. No extra pawn. It's 5 each. So it's a huge material advantage. He takes one pawn now. Oh, what a mate. What a mate. We were just looking at the board. We were thinking, oh, now what will Nepo do? I think he had to give a check here. He went here greedy for the pawn and Arjun finds a pretty mate. Taking away this square, giving a check, bishop taking away this, king taking away these squares. What a checkmate, guys. Amazing. Maza aa gaya. Maza aa gaya. That was a great checkmate. Let's go to the next game. Arjun has equalized the scores. 3.5, 3.5 now. Let me just update the scores. While the next game has already begun between Nepo and Arjun. Now d4 by Arjun. Knight f6, knight f3, d5. Arjun, of course, goes for the London. He is a London expert. c5, e3. Knight c6, knight d2, knight h5, bishop moves forward, e6, c4, pawn takes, pawn takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, bishop e7, castle, castle, rook e1, b6, and this is the live position right now. Shashwat says, is VD not playing Qatar Masters? I believe he was going to play before, but then he has decided against it. I have to confirm it with him, but I think that's what he is. Maybe not playing the Qatar Masters. Because he's first playing Asian individual, then he's playing Asian teams, then he's playing the Isle of Man. So maybe it's best that he takes some rest. And that's why I don't think he's playing Qatar. Bishop b7, the knight jumps into e4. Actually, Nepo has a nice position here. I would say the main thing is that when you have an isolated pawn, which means that there are no pawns on the adjoining files, you have to create some play as white here. Okay, you can get rid of the isolated pawn now with d takes e5. But I think the main issue is that after something like bishop attacking here, this knight has to be defended and the rook has to move upwards. And then somehow this rook comes here, then the other rook joins here. The bishop is very active. Bishop is very active. The knight is pretty good. So I think all in all, Arjun's doing very well in this. Nepo is doing very well. So Arjun takes with the knight, but now the knight goes back. The position is around equal, but somehow I do get the feeling that Arjun is slightly worse. I mean, not equal. It's very close to equality, but you know that experienced players would prefer black here because white has not created an attack. And Arjun may want to keep the pieces on the board, so he goes back knight c3. But now you can go knight d5. You can pursue, or maybe first gain a tempo, hit the bishop c, very good move. Ooh, queen b3. I mean, generally you would just put your bishop back, but queen b3 is not a good idea because he's just dropped a pawn. And this is typical Arjun. He tries to create a lot of things on the board because you see he makes his opponent a bit scared. Like if you go and take here, Arjun is like, is there something like bishop e6 that he can play? You know, f e6, queen takes. Now suddenly this is hanging, knight is jumping in. That's Arjun's style, queen b3. But here the problem is after take, black has a very powerful move. Can any of you find it black to play? Not at all easy, very tricky, and actually perhaps Nepo will not even find it, and that's why he may not even take this central pawn. But black to play, yes, Abhibav Kumar, you are very, very strong. Well done, Anonymous. Happy Dum Dum if you play bishop d5, that's a free piece. I will take it with my bishop or the knight. So, yes, Tanmay Bakhai, bishop c5, what a move. And the point is, if you take here with a check, I just move away. And I am attacking this pawn, and you can't defend it with the rook because the knight would hang. And if you defend it here, then knight h5, already the rook opens up, the bishop's here, the queen is here. It gets very nasty. And by the way, Nepo takes it. Nepo shows that he is a world-class GM, plays bishop c5. A big round of applause to Jan Nepomniachtchi for finding this. All that we analyzed actually is happening. Rook e2, and now will Nepo play knight h5, which is a brilliant move. Why is it brilliant? Because after knight h5, you can take here. However, after boom move, this is an amazing move. I'm hitting the rook. I'm giving you a disco. And if you were to take the rook, then boom, king h1 and queen g2 with the support of the bishop. It's a checkmate. So this is not going to work out. Brilliant play here. Knight e4 played by Nepo. And I think he missed that Arjun can actually take here. Maybe. But Arjun plays another very good move. Knight f3 back. Hitting the queen. So the position now is okay for Arjun. Next move he can exchange this. And everything under control. Anonymous says, भाई गेम में कभी ब्रिलियंसी नहीं हुई और यहाँ पे ब्रिलियंसी कैजुअली आ गई, just my life things. Well, they are after all world class GMs, right? So queen d3, he's attacking here and he's saying that if you take the knight, then I can take your rook. So Arjun has to tread carefully now. His rook is hanging. Abhibav says is Asian Games classical. The individual is rapid, but the team tournament is classical. Now bishop c4 is the best move. Yeah, finds it. Hitting the queen, defending the rook as well. And now bishop takes f2. This might happen. And then you take with the rook. And now rook takes might happen here, or queen takes. Both are okay. Let's say queen takes. And then maybe I take your queen, take here, and then they might end in a draw. Perhaps it might be the first game that will end in a draw. And that has happened through a different move order, but that's exactly is what has happened. The Asian Games starts from 24th of September. Individual, where Vidit and Arjun will play. And Amruta and I are actually during that period going to Amsterdam for Levitov chess tournament where Vishy Anand is playing. So we will not be covering the individual event most likely, but we will be back on 30th for the team event of the Asian Games. So we'll cover the Asian Games teams. And rook comes to e8. Where is Amruta? Amruta is going to be back very soon for the commentary. Will you meet Anish? I hope to meet him. He is not playing in the Levitov chess, but I will ask him if he has some time and we'll try to meet up. Okay, now rook f7 has been played. If you take, knight takes, and then the rook tries to jump into the 7th rank. Rook c7, or do you want to take this? He plays rook c7, attacking the bishop. Now the bishop needs to move. Hits the knight. Knight comes out. Arjun actually trying to weave his magic in endgame, just like Magnus Carlsen. Clearly, guys, you can't play this. Why? Very quickly, can we get at least 100 people to answer us on this? Not at all easy, or actually very easy. But let's see. What's the winning move here? Yes, Ram, you were quick, but your notation was wrong. That's Ram here. Amay Kanetkar, wrong notation. Or maybe you guys were right notation. You wanted to come back, huh? But there's a mate. Rook c8. It's a mate, guys. The knight controls here. And all those who mentioned this checkmate, hats off to you. You are... I don't know how to read the first name here, guys. If anyone can tell me what is this, I have no ideas. But Sarbamoy, GVB Shrikar, Rajbir, Neeraj, Orensol, Ritik, Shaunak, Akshata, Shubham. Well done, guys. That was the correct move. Okay. Going to the game now. After Rook A8, A3 played. Bishop goes back. Rook E7. Somehow the bishop doesn't have too many squares. Now the knight moves in. Arjun slowly and steadily trying to make Nepo's life difficult. You can't push the knight away. There's a check and you lose the bishop. So he goes h6, but now the knight is well positioned here. Bishop can't move away. Rook can't move. Pawn moves up. I think Arjun is just... Oh, and Nepo very quick to get some counterplay, because if rook takes pawn, check, king up, check, and I win your pawn here. B4 played. And now rook here attacking this and this. Smart chess. He takes, rook takes h3. Nepo being very, very accurate, but Arjun putting pressure just like how Magnus does on his opponents. And that can induce mistakes from Jan Nepomniachtchi. You have a possibility to create a passed pawn on the queen side. The king moves up first. Very, very good move. And now Nepo has 17 seconds. Arjun has 14 seconds. This is getting very, very intense. h5 played. He takes here. You can't take. Oh, you took. But now rook takes g7 is hanging, right? Or knight takes g7 is also possible. He takes with g7, goes back, but hey, check, and you're losing the knight. Ah, he misses it. But okay, a5 and you draw the game or not. That was a massive blunder by Arjun Erigaisi from an equal position, or maybe even slightly better. He was pressing. He's now landed up into a drawn... yeah, this should be drawn. But the problem here is that you are essentially going to go into rook, bishop versus rook, I think. Yeah, that's look how Nepo is not going to let you get out of this. And now Arjun, this is move number 56. Arjun has to play another 50 moves to draw. That is till 106. Let's see if Arjun can hold this endgame. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be trivial. It's going to be tough for Arjun. But, well, these top players, they know their endgames. Rook, second rank defense, so that the king can come up. Now, king goes further up. Arjun showing now that he knows this endgame very well. King comes up. And now building the second rank defense this side. Check. Check. We are on move number 74. Oh, he's got this. Yeah, again, second rank defense, freeze the king. Yeah, nothing's really right now working for Nepo. We are on move 82, closing in on the 104 move mark. Still 22 more moves to go. Sarvanan says Arjun will draw. Well, let's see. Maybe he has to do one more. You know, it feels like when you play WWE or these fighting matches and someone locks you up, you break from the lock. That's what the second rank defense is all about. Like you will see here, king goes back, rook here, and now if at the right time you get your rook here, that's second rank defense. But now he is in trouble. He's in trouble. The king is coming in. Oh, lost. Position is lost. Check. King here. Bishop. It's losing. But he's managed to wriggle out again. Somehow it was losing, but he managed to escape. Maybe we can analyze it during the break as to how black could have won there. It was a winning position, but now we are on move 105 and I think 50 moves are done. So draw. Arjun saves himself in this very, very precarious one. It was losing for him. But now we have one more. I think time for one more. Maybe it could be two more. We will see. Nepo goes for the c3 Alapin. And now d5, queen takes, pawn takes, and Amruta joining back. Amruta, what an endgame we had. Rook, bishop versus rook. Arjun showing his knowledge and holding it there.
Correct. Oh, there's the Alapin. Now very much in fashion after Magnus has played it with Gukesh and with Pragnananda.
Yeah, in the World Cup.
And Vigata says, yesterday I've studied rook bishop versus rook. Arey, kya baat hai?
Generally, what you study does happen often. By the way, a6 here, knight d7, because he was looking at this square, knight defends it. a4, b6. And I like black's position, you know. Black seems to have no real issues, apart from the fact that his queen is a little bit exposed in the center.
Oh yeah, that is the reason white has this advantage, yeah?
Yeah.
You are so right. The queen is under attack. Where do you go?
Queen e4. Offering a trade. And,
Yeah, I like that move.
and you know, Amrita, the problem is that after I go here, you take, I take. White would play this very, very nice move. Bishop e3. That's exactly what Nepo has done. And now maybe take with the f pawn. It reminds me of a very famous game of Botvinnik. But actually he didn't play fe. He went back with the knight.
Very tough move, na? FE was.
Well, but the point is that you are attacking this pawn here and d6 square. So you don't want to move this knight away. That was
Tough.
the reason. Knight d4.
And Arjun keeps his king in the center. He doesn't castle any side.
Yeah, and also Amrita, long term I feel Arjun has a nice position because if your central pawns start to roll, then you have a majority here.
Right.
That is there, and of course white has a majority on the queen side, which he also has to get rolling.
So is it going to be a race? Who will be faster? Oh, look at Nepo's times. Agar he is 4 minutes 50 seconds.
Yeah, Nepo has just been amazing in this match. He is playing very quick chess, and few moves have been played. We have knight back, pawn up to f3, rook comes to the central file, king comes up, knight moves to the center, take. Oh, he could have taken Amrita. Take, bishop takes, push the pawn. He could have gotten
Like you
his
said, the queen side
majority rolling, but he did not. And now I think Arjun is wanting to get his majority rolling, because if he had played pawn up, there was a check. So he first takes control of that square and now plays his knight. So these knights are all very trickily placed, looking at
nice
each other.
design there for sure.
Yeah.
And both now in fact black has this idea of a 4 if with e5 in the future. Oh nice, that is cool. By the way, Aditya says whatever I study, not in my schools. It doesn't happen that whatever he studies happens.
Oh, by the way, Amrita, not a good move by Nepo. He goes back, and here Arjun could have
D1.
Arjun could have played f6 with the idea of e5, but he goes king f6, same with the idea of e5.
So what's bad in this?
Well, it's possible. I mean, it's nothing wrong.
You feel a little bit better when your king is not on this open file, right? Somewhere.
Yeah.
So I like his move. Can you go, what can you do? Yeah, g3. I was looking at f4, but then this knight was irritating. It's time to play e5.
No, he goes g5 first. Rook e1, and
Oh,
now you
now
can't
E5
play
is
e5
stopped.
because knight and rook are looking at that square. But Amruta, what's the next move you play? Arjun saying that all of this is perfectly positioned, so I'm playing on the king side.
Oh, you mean white? I don't understand. Can white not go a5 and then later try b4, c4?
Yeah, but a5, b5, and I have control on the queen side. So look at how Arjun's playing this, Amruta.
Amazing.
h4, and if you take, then already after take, my knight has this very good square. So I really like how Arjun's playing endgames today. He's showing some great class. Check. King here.
He's playing very sharp endgames.
Yeah. And that's his style. If there's one style one word that we can attribute to Arjun's style, it is sharp. You know, he's sharp always. Middle game, end game, opening. He likes to play sharp chess. If Arjun was a knife, I would stay away from him. Because then if I would ever touch him, I would get cut because he's very sharp.
But on the chessboard, he is a knife, yeah?
Yeah, he's a knife on the chessboard and
And that's why you keep using chop, chop, chop. Chop.
yes, but off the board,
He's a chef.
he's how can
No,
I
if
say?
he's a knife, then off the board, he's also a chef.
No, Amruta, he is very, very kind. So that's the thing I was looking at. Maybe something like he is like a nice person. What would you say?
I get what you're saying. We should find a good word for that later. But we all
But
know
you are-
about his kindness, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
are
Arjun
they-
going to repeat,
No,
Sagar?
king g7. For sure, Arjun goes king g7. He's not going to take a draw here. That is my feeling. But then again, I could be wrong. In fact, he might think, let me draw and I get another classical game. That could be the only reason why. No, he goes king g7. Good one. Yeah,
Either way,
he's
we
a
can say Arjun
gentleman.
has declined.
No, it's a good one. He says, on the board, he is a knife.
Angel.
Off the board, he is a gentleman. I like that. Gentleman is a f5 play.
Oh, but what about e6, which is so weak?
No, but
You
this knight is
always
defending.
wanted to go e5, right, Sagar?
Well, sometimes Amruta. Now,
You
can
change.
we go king f6? Attacking this, isn't the rook trap? He has to go knight.
Any possibility with knight f5, ef5? If you go king f6?
No, but then your rook is hanging.
Arey, haan.
So if I go here, which
Yeah.
Arjun does, now how does the rook? Oh, blunder,
king
king
e5.
e5. No, the right move was to defend still this way. And yes, you might be afraid that what if he attacks you? Because take. But the point is, knight is there. So it's not so easy to attack. And the moment you move this knight to attack this knight, then this pawn is hanging. It was all very tricky. But
Yeah.
he took here. Arjun now calculating. But I think, Amruta, he should go ahead and take the rook. No, he takes the bishop, which is also fine. He takes the knight. Pawn takes. Black is better, Amruta. Because this pawn is well defended. And it
a4 is... Can you take on a4?
but then e6 would hang.
Yeah.
Because there are 3 attackers here right now. And there are 3 defenders. So you can't move the knight or the bishop from there.
Can you go rook h8?
You can, but then
But then
are
knight
you ready
f5.
for b4?
No, even knight f5, rook h2.
Could be. But the very good move here is to bring the rook up. And after that, there are no tricks because the rook is defending and the bishop is defended. Everything looks quite well positioned there. Will Arjun find this move? That is the question. He has 1 minute 10 seconds and his opponent has 2 minutes 21 seconds. He goes rook h8. Your move on the board, Amruta. b4
but
now.
That's not the best,
Will he
right?
play? Because you said knight f5 first with the idea that if you take here, he wants to take
Yeah.
here. But then comes a check.
King g1.
King g1, and now I go here threatening a check and a mate.
No, not a mate, but you win the e5 rook maybe.
Yeah, it's a big attack there.
Yeah.
So that's the point. He goes b4, fantastic move. The knight has to move, then this hangs. Arjun moves the knight and rook takes e6, double exclamation, sacrificing an exchange. Well done, Nepomniachtchi. King f7, the position is still equal. Rook d6, attacking the knight.
And also f5.
Oh, f5 is hanging, but b6. All pawns falling, Amruta. But pawns falling for white as well. It's all chaos.
Oh, maybe they will repeat now.
Maybe now Arjun is okay with the draw.
Oh no, but 46 seconds for Arjun. So Nepo will try it this time. He wins. He will win the.
No, he cannot try, I think, Amruta. This is a draw. Oh, and they get one more game because 4 seconds are left.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was.
That is the reason also maybe Nepo also would love to go for it.
Yeah, I think so. They were both wanted another game. Arjun now has the white pieces. This is the 10th game in this segment. Generally, Amruta, you don't have 10 games that happen in 5+1.
Anonymous says, भाई 4 nights हर जगह कूद सकते हैं, पूरा दिमाग हिल गया मेरा. कूद मतलब जंप कर सकते हैं.
हाँ, कूद
सकते हैं.
So c4, e5, knight c3, knight f6. We had 4 knights now, Amruta, in the English. Bishop b4, knight jumps, bishop goes back. Look at Nepo playing some weird lines here, castles, knight f6, queen f6, and do you push the pawn forward or what?
Yeah, that seems like it, but e4 also is a possibility for black. But you will have to, otherwise ed4 is something black would love to do, right? You would love to exchange there with the king on e8,
yeah,
e1.
Possible. I think just push the pawn seems very likely. But I love how Nepo really plays fast in the opening.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
taken 6 seconds.
I think all his world championship preparation does
Also he likes to sometimes bluff, Amruta, and that many experienced players do it. With all the experience that they have, they can often bluff, saying, oh, I know this all, I can play fast, and against youngsters I can trick them. But these youngsters are very dangerous. You can't trick them easily. Now, do you go bishop d2, Amruta? I think Arjun will go knight d2 because Arjun is an ambitious guy. He will castle and then free up his f pawn to move forward.
Oh, I like that plan very much.
Because this is king
f1. What?
What? Arjun is even more ambitious. He wants to use his h pawn and attack, and he says this bishop is on no man's land here doing nothing.
He's as ambitious as Elon Musk, who wants to send people to Mars, Sagar.
Yeah, maybe, but Amruta. Queen c2, hitting h7, but what was the point? h6. Yeah, I was wondering if Arjun would go h4, which looked like the best move here.
Okay.
But he went here.
Maybe he wanted to provoke h6 first.
Knight d2. He's looking here, e4.
Oh, but what if the queen moves to g5 with the idea of f5?
Queen g5, knight e4.
Oh yeah, queen h4.
Oh, queen h4, beautiful move. Because now f5 is
threat.
a big idea. And suddenly Arjun goes and attacks the bishop. You don't want to move the bishop away, right? Oh, you does.
You want to. D6. Yeah,
What?
looks so tempting.
What is happening? And you can't play f5. Your knight is hanging.
If you're playing you don't assess it as bad for yourself, right? Not exactly. You feel that it's very complicated.
You know, Arjun generally would be saying, I was not even assessing. I was just making my moves. I think that's the way in which he's playing bishop c5. The bishop comes back and hits the knight. Will the knight go back and hit the bishop? It's a perpetual story, the love story between the knight and the bishop, both hitting each other. But maybe not a love story.
Exactly.
Bishop here. Now b6, Amruta, because this bishop can be given up. The other bishop can come in. What do you think? Or you just go back?
Yeah, I think Nepo wants to save his bishop all the time. So maybe he went back there. I think he'll go back.
Or d6. D6 defending.
Divyang says, tensed game but energetic commentary makes us more nervous. कहना क्या चाहते हो? Non-energetic करें.
We can also do non-energetic commentary because यहाँ पे the knight is well placed. And also we can move the pawn one square. Bishop also can develop here.
That was a good trial, Sagar.
Amruta, you laughing so much more on this commentary that I feel I should do that form.
Because that is so fake, so I really enjoyed it. Everybody's laughing. Look, I'm not the only one. After knowing the energetic Shah, it's hard to, listen to this. Okay, b6. Finally, Nepo
Yeah.
says, yeah, you can take my bishop.
My other bishop. Generally, Amruta, chessboard is all about teamwork because there are so many pieces. And this bishop said, I have done my job enough. I have given this beautiful diagonal open to the other bishop. Now let me make space for him. And that's what should happen in your life as well. If you run an organization and or if you are part of something, give opportunities to others as well. Just like how this bishop gave to this bishop. Okay.
Sagar, abhi kare kya? What to do now?
Arjun, right?
Yeah.
Arjun is in big trouble here because the moment he pushes here, the queen settles in. This looks very slow because this bishop is coming out. Also, don't forget, f5 is coming up.
So, do you want to just take on c5? No, he goes b3.
But now f5.
And now take bishop a2. What? It's a bad move. Not yet. Arjun still has a double bishop advantage.
But Amruta, his
it's
bishop,
not an advantage, I know that.
his
but yeah.
bishops are just stopped by these wall of black pawns.
Oh, that bishop on b7 is so beautiful. Why is Nepo even thinking here?
Yeah, because his pawn is hanging. So he first defends it. And now, if you are Arjun and if you could get two moves, Amruta, h3 and g3, king g2, but still it's bad, right? Your bishop would be very powerful. No, this is like your over ambitiousness comes back to haunt you. With this bishop being so strong on this diagonal, it looks like Arjun has made some bad decisions.
But you have to risk it, Sagar. Like how Elon Musk's first time rocket did crash. It did not go. But
what is up with you and Elon Musk?
I mean, following up with that example, otherwise it doesn't,
Nice. And
So
now
rook f6.
g3 would be an idea, but the queen would just move away and then the rook would be hanging. So he plays f3.
Can you not go rook g6 and then e4? Something like that?
Rook,
But rook g6 you will take on f5, no?
yeah, rook g6, maybe this pawn hangs. So he first defends it, brings his last piece. Arjun says, let's trade the queens because that will make my task easier.
Little bit,
Nepo 100% will not exchange. He goes queen h5, which is a good move there.
Do you go king e2?
I think that,
E4.
no, this is coming up. e4 is a big threat. I think he'll play it. No?
Now.
Yeah. No, the rook is hanging. Oh, goes queen e8. What is his plan? Is he trying to enter from here or
Yeah,
something?
maybe a4.
a4. Oh. But Arjun wants to run this way with his king.
So if he king d2, then a4.
Oh, a4 played. Arjun is such a tricky guy, guys. He's fighting very well. Rook g6, putting pressure here. I believe king d2 is possible. Bishop goes back to c2. Knight c6. Knight is coming in here. You go bishop c3. You stop it. Right?
Yeah, I'm just seeing that one chance if white is able to get h4, h5. And then no, it doesn't look good. Somehow Arjun needs to double the rooks on d5, Sagar. That's his only...
Yeah, attack this weakness.
Yeah.
But now the knight settles in on this very, very pretty square on b4. Now king has to move.
Yeah. What?
Oh, opening up
What
the
a
position.
move.
Very nice move by Jan
And look at
Nepomniachtchi.
it, not just position, look at this.
Rook has got a visa to enter the Mars, right? Enter Mars. As Amruta continues her examples, I would also like to join in.
Oh my god. No, this is played amazingly by Nepo.
And also Amruta, now king takes, then swing the rook over. This is a big weakness.
Absolutely. G4.
Look at
finally,
Arjun.
A desperate attempt
What?
for giving up the rook.
He's giving up the rook. Oh, take.
Bishop f3.
Queen takes, Amruta.
first you take
Just attacking here. Knight coming in. Pawn hanging. Again a double exclamation move by. Oh, and Arjun sacks the exchange there. And he says, now I have these two bishops. Practically, Arjun is trying his best. But Nepo comes back. And why is it double exclamation? Because he's still giving the rook up.
Yeah. And once you take that rook and the bishop is gone, the d3 square is so weak. Look at that. Knight
Yeah.
d3 idea.
True. If you take here, queen takes. This is a weak square. Arjun moves and tries to defend it.
Knight a2 check.
But just still, why don't you give this check, Amruta? That looks...
Even that is
Oh,
possible.
knight
Knight
a2.
a2 and rook d8. I would
Knight
thought.
a2. Oh, he goes rook f3.
Oh, you can't take queen c2 mate.
Ah.
Just over.
Nepo is winning. Nepo's winning this. There's no way that Arjun survives this attack. Knight check, and can you just not take it? Yeah, that's what he does. Guys, game over. Nepomniachtchi takes the lead in the match as we come to an end in the 5+1 segment. What a match we are witnessing. Nepo showing that he can fight Arjun even in this match. Like, Arjun was in the lead earlier. He had 2-1 lead. Then Nepo came back. Then Nepo took the lead. Then Arjun came back. Then a very weird draw that happened. And now Nepo has taken the lead. So
And that draw did help Nepo, yeah. Finally, he won this game in this section.
oh yes. And I think Arjun was doing quite okay till this point. But I think instead of queen c2, he should have gone h4 and he would have been able to. Because here, Amruta, after h6, you can go g4 with the defense of here. You are going g5, bishop opens here, rook here. Could have been very, very quick.
The timing was important. You had to be very fast if
Yeah.
you make a move like king f1. You cannot go slow.
Absolutely.
But even Nepo, the way he played was
Yeah.
so good.
No, Nepo
So
played
good.
beautifully in this game. He's showing many times, Amruta, in these speed chess championships, the younger players are very motivated and the experienced guys are like, okay, it's online chess and not so motivated. But today, Nepo is showing that he's motivated in this match.
Totally.
By the way, Dheer, yes, I'm coming to the club. I will come to the club this Saturday. I'm in Mumbai, so I will come. I just wanted to, Amruta, discuss this one position which I had promised. This rook bishop versus rook. The viewers. So here it still looked like a draw. Bishop entered here. And now somehow Arjun played this move. Bishop here. And he had to be very careful because the king was moving in. So he went rook a4. King came in. And now it was very, very essential to bring the rook here. But he played this. Check. King here. Bishop. King f2. Check. King e1. Was he not winning at some point? I think he was winning. Rook here. e3. Now he's escaped. And this was a draw. Okay, maybe there was
A little
one.
earlier, maybe.
I don't even know whether he was winning or not, but I thought he was winning. Bishop here, king here. Yeah, maybe Amruta, he was just always okay.
Yeah. Arjun would be very well versed, right, with this rook bishop versus rook.
Yeah,
Because
of
even
course.
in classical games, you really need to
Yeah, maybe he was never. Oh, here maybe.
wait.
And
Rook
this is
a3
winning
move.
still. Yeah, this check was the
Maybe.
blunder. Got it.
Wait.
Guys, what is the winning move here?
No,
Is it
look,
winning?
computer again says.
Is it winning? Let's think with our mind. I think it's winning, Amruta. This position.
Yeah, let me trust your mind.
So we give a check here. Now you can't go here because I give you a disco and I win the rook. So you
we
have to
get
go
three.
here. Now I go here. Threatening check and mate.
No, I pin you.
Yeah. Here.
Yep. Only way, no?
But I think, Amruta, this is losing.
Rook
Because
g1.
check, threatening a mate here.
I can't stop it actually. Because if king h2, rook h1 anyway.
Yeah, you can go here. But then what I can do is I can go this side and threaten a check.
Hey, but king
Mate.
h2?
King h2, this is the point. I can give check. King here. Check.
Oh.
And now the very unfortunate position of your rook you lose. So maybe not this move. This was looking very interesting, but it doesn't work. Maybe you want to go king here again.
So for a check, you have rook h3.
But Amruta, this is lost for sure. This position is lost.
Lost. How?
Yeah, this is the famous Philidor position. Let's say I go
Rook g3, no? Or something?
no, I go here, for example. No, let me go back. Let's say I go Maybe here, let's say, try to mate. You have to go this. And then I go here.
No, you don't ever give a check. No, it was maybe rook b7 and rook b2. Something like that, right?
Rook b7. You make a waiting
Not
move.
rook. Not here. I mean, where you put your rook, whether it is rook b8, rook b7, or rook b6. It doesn't it matter?
No, not really, because anyway you are going this way and defending.
Isn't the waiting move somewhere on the 7th rank?
There is a table base. Oh, there's no win in this position. Wow. Amrita, this is
for a moment, I guess. I mean, the king is on the last rank, sure,
But how?
but maybe it is coming out.
How? I don't know.
It's complicated.
I thought when the king is on, like, this is my
last rank.
yeah, exactly. Like here, check, king here, rook here, rook. I thought this position should be lost.
Very interesting.
But
Because it's like the best possible scenario.
Yeah,
it feels
definitely.
Like you've got.
this is lost. Like king comes here. But let's just quickly check on our ChessBase board, because that we can use our local engine there.
वो तो global engine है ना? Local. Okay, guys, how many of you, sincerely, honestly, how many of you have studied rook bishop versus rook endgame and are confident about it? Priyanshu asks, isn't rook bishop and rook endgame theoretical draw?
Yes.
Not all positions.
No, it's a theoretical draw, but
if the king is on last, there's some positions where.
See, it's winning.
Okay. So this may be one of the position. Maybe you
Yeah,
can
this
show
is
it.
winning.
I'm proud of you, Sagrisha.
But how to win? I'll show you. Check first. No. Check. Rook has to go back. Rook g2. Okay. Now you go here. By the way, how much time left?
Bishop f3. People,
I have to show in 1 minute 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Now, here you go to the other side to threaten checkmate. So the only move is this. And now, Amrita, the very... Actually, I remember there was a in-between check.
See, rook went to b7. No, now. Something like that. Rook b to rook b7.
Okay, look at this. First a check. Okay. Now, you can go either here or here. Okay, let's say you go here. It's the same, right? I go rook here, threatening. So maybe, wait. You go, I go rook g6, okay? Threatening a mate.
Rook h5. Rook a5.
Rook a5. Bishop this move. And now I take away this check from you. And my threat in general...
what is your threat? You don't have. Rook c5. Let's say I go rook c5.
Yeah, if you play rook c5, I go now bishop f3. And the reason for this is...
your rook h5. Yeah,
you have to give a check. And now I play here. This is very subtle because now I've forced you to give up the move. I'm threatening mate.
Yeah, rook c5.
Rook c5. And then I go check. King h5. Let's say here.
Yeah, anyway, you have to check.
Rook g2, threatening a checkmate.
Yeah, because there is. So king a3.
King here at 6.
Sorry, king h6.
Check. Rook here. And now rook d6, threatening a check and a mate. So you have to.
Oh my god.
You have to pin. You have to pin. And then I go rook d7, once again threatening a mate. And Amrita, this time you lose because you don't have this square to block. Because I forced you with this. So
nice.
I mean, I did know this, and there is easier ways, but I will maybe try and make a video on this later.
This is amazing. But you had to be so accurate and understand that this position is winning. I like the intuition, Sagar. That was really good.
Not intuition. This is I studied it before.
Like Prashant says, me playing chess to ignore study, and Amrita ma'am be like, did you study endgame? भाई चेस इग्नोर स्टडी के लिए मत खेलो, इफ यू लव चेस खेलो, इसलिए ही नहीं स्टडी किया.
Amruta, by the way,
Check,
look at what
मजेदार.
Arjun played.
What did he play?
He played
Seven
the dragon,
Oh, which one? Chinese dragon?
normal dragon, and he played d5 move, which is supposed to be, I think, what Anish Giri has recommended in his dragon course. D5 takes, bishop at 6, queen at 6, rook b8, e5, knight to d7, h4. This is the position on the board.
Do you think this is all opening, Sagar? Oh, let's not forget it. Now it is 3 minutes, na? Because suddenly I look at the time and it's like, 2.5 minutes kahan gaya?
Oh yes, 3 minutes instead of 5 minutes. 3 plus 1, 1 hour of play.
Oh,
Arjun.
can you give us a piece sacrifice, knight g4?
Oh, what a move!
What?
Amruta, if you take, what's the move here? Let's ask our chat.
क्या ही moment है, guys. Beautiful question, very very thematic.
यार
Typical
अर्जुन क्या ही बंदा है यार.
dragon,
I think it's his
very alert.
prep or
But he's very alert. जो भी है, even if you want to recollect your prep. But I doubt it's a prep. He must be knowing the theme, of course.
yeah, theme we all know.
Yes, Shobha Saini, JK, Qantas, the Spirit of Australia, Neeraj Mehta, Abhibhav Kumar.
And the move that was correct is g5 followed by knight coming in and trapping the queen. That was an epic moment. Queen went back, running away. The bishop goes back. And now you can take, but Amruta.
But isn't it still so
it's
scary after the H
It's so
file gets
scary
open?
because if you take, then this one, now the queen coming in could be dangerous here.
Dangerous, matlab I don't even.
No, but there's no
you have to
mate. Yeah,
escape.
king f7 runs away.
Oh, correct. So what did he play anyway? Let's look at the game.
You went queen b6.
Okay, this has to be preparation.
Yeah.
Man, it is impossible.
Take. He's 2 pawns down now.
Yeah, no. Okay, prep.
No,
Started.
actually, he's 1 pawn down because he was pawn up.
Was king h8 a better move or it is good enough?
Yeah, king h8 perhaps was better, but okay. Whoa, what play by
Yeah.
Arjun.
Amazing opening. Anish would have recommended maybe. A4 now. What is the material? Okay, look at this, Sagar. Arjun has all of them connected.
Yeah, I like
connected
his
pawns.
position.
It's equal material, but I love the knight on e5 for Arjun. Normally, Nepo would get a lot of time difference in the opening, from opening. But
Yeah.
this time, I think Arjun has managed well, but he still needs to do a lot of work to manage.
Amruta,
Yeah.
while they are playing this endgame, I was very quick to actually check in our live database if this position has occurred before on ChessBase and Mega Database. And here, if you see, we already
Arjun has
have
already played
Arjun
it.
has played it with Thomas Beardson. The same position, bishop f5, g4. There is a game
Oh,
with
even f6 has been
f6
played.
and this
Arjun
was-
has played.
yeah, Arjun versus
We need to
Bragangsa
yeah.
Open.
And quickly, if we go back, he's even played this idea with Queen b6.
Yeah. And so
Wow.
he knows it.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
knows
yeah,
this
yeah.
stuff,
Oh,
guys.
that was a good one, Sagar. Good
Yeah, I
one.
was very, very curious. So I checked it. And guys, you can also know all of that is happening in the world of chess with getting ChessBase and Mega Database. It's the third link in the description, or you can just get ChessBase, which is the second link, and use the live database as well. That way you can get all the live games that have happened in that position. But with Mega Database, you get annotated games. Now you take. Oh, and we are going
Oh,
into this
knight versus
endgame.
bishop endgame. Okay, very interesting. Because white king, if it reaches b5, could be some trouble. But
Yes,
it can't.
but
There
there's
is a
no
big
way.
Oh, f4. There is-
F4 is coming up, yeah. But F4, Amruta, there is knight F7. So C3 is a classy move by Nepo.
Sagar, then Nepo will have an outside passer and that
No, you
against
take
the knight.
King
Very dangerous.
takes. How do you have an outside passer?
A4, B4. I mean, you can create.
Not
can't
yet,
you create?
right? Yeah, maybe B4 takes, king comes
Yeah,
in, and then
that
oh,
way.
yeah. So suddenly the endgame has become very risky for Arjun.
Oh my god.
Maybe his mistake, Amruta, was to trade the rook here. Because if he had kept the rook, he
it
should
was
have
not
been
so
fine.
easy for white. What happened was his king went at the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, this is strategically
Oh, and
lost.
bad move by Nepo. He should have gone b4 and he was better here clearly because threat is to take and get this passer. Or if you take, as we just discussed, come here and attack this pawn. But he goes bishop d1 and now king e8.
Surprising. Bishop d1 is a slow move.
Yeah, somehow Arjun gets just that one extra move to get his king here and defend the pawn. Imagine that if you would have, I think what Nepo calculated was if you play f4 here, knight c6, it stops here, and if I go king c4, king b5, like let's say king e8, if I go here, then check and this bishop is hanging. But Amruta, here, this is a winning endgame because the a pawn is knight's worst enemy.
Right.
And you can't stop it at all.
So that's why he went bishop d1 and he thought anyway he has a better position.
Yes.
So he will be able to go for it. But Arjun reaches on time, like how you usually are very late for catching the flight, but somehow you managed to do it.
Yes, the knight is doing some great acrobatic tricks now. E6 perhaps to trade off the final pawn there so that the knight only has to worry about the b pawn and sacrifice itself. That's exactly what's happened. I think, guys, this is an easy draw now. The king settles in on the dark square. There's nothing much to play for. The game ends in a draw. Nepo misses a big opportunity to beat Arjun, but, well, it was not easy. And the next game has begun. The score is 6-5 in the favor of Jan Nepomniachtchi.
Scotch Gambit on the...
No,
it's
it's
Petrov.
Petrov.
Oh, again the same line where Nepo in the very second game had blundered, but this time he's making sure h6 was played. Here he had played d5, but there he changes and he goes knight c6 now. So no blunder happening anymore.
Yeah, he came well prepared, I
Yeah.
think, Amruta.
And now he's going to be in revenge mode because in this
No, this is...
thing he had lost.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm sure Arjun also knows his stuff. This position is equal, objectively.
Yeah. No,
So-
but Bar says ki bahut hi better hai.
No, Bar is not...
Don't listen to it.
Guys, Bar is not accurate here. Because if you use a stronger engine, it will show you a win.
Sagar
It will show you a draw.
where should my focus be? Opening, middle game or end game? It should be on what is my opponent's threat.
Yes, but definitely work on your end games.
Yes.
And also on your openings, but maybe on tactics. So I think a good idea would be to give 40% of your time to, or maybe 50% of your time to tactics, 30 to 35% on end games, and 10 to 15% on openings. That could be a good way to bifurcate your time. And now king h7 was a great move because Amruta, if you would have taken here, there was a check and you would have lost your bishop. So he goes king h7 check, king goes back, and now that's the position.
Wow. So Arjun is better. Can we say that or not yet? Sham Vatika says 5,000 rupees लगा दिया अर्जुन में last game में बढ़िया.
हाँ, क्या लगा दिया?
Draw होएगा I guess. He was losing ना.
Oh, and Amruta, Arjun still in his preparation. E7, queen
But he's
e8
1
and
minute
bishop
down.
e3. And guys, once again, let's quickly check our reference database
For such an opening, it
in
will be
ChessBase.
interesting to see if Nepo has played.
I
How
have
many
seen
games?
this already, Amruta, happening because this is a line that has happened before.
Yeah.
So let
Of
me.
course, you will always be very curious. ये knight कोपरे में क्या कर रहा है, right? I mean,
So this has happened. Vidit has played with black. 7 games, d6, Abdu Satarov Duda, e6, 3 games. Abhimanyu Mishra and Nizhnich had played recently also. Queen e4, king g8, e7, queen e8. This is played in 3 games.
and
Bishop e3,
both are drawn.
bishop d7,
So
and now
mostly the result should be a draw here.
knight c7 has been played before this game. This is Abdu Satarov Duda and Abhimanyu Mishra and Nizhnich. Both ended in draw. And this was in Dusseldorf.
Where you were there.
Where I was there, Nepo was there. So I'm sure Nepo knows this theory. And this is what has happened, Amruta. After bishop d7, Arjun did take the pawn. Queen takes, knight takes. And guys, look at the material. 1, 2, 1, 2. Knight in the corner, knight in the corner. So it's actually an equalish position, but this is a weak pawn. So white is saying my compensation lies there. He tried to save the knight. Bishop a7, rook takes. Now you are a piece down, but this knight is trapped. Notice how the knight cannot escape because the bishop is looking here. So bishop f5 hitting this pawn. Arjun gets his knight to the center, defending this and attacking the bishop. Knight comes out because it was now blocked in. So he takes because now the knight is hanging. The knight saves itself with a check. King comes up. Knight takes here. King takes. Rook takes pawn. Why is it double exclamation? Because if you take here, Amruta, can our chat find the winning move here for black? Very tough.
Nice.
This is a very beautiful moment actually to learn from. And guys, what should black play here?
Mate in 2. And Prashant says, as you suggested yesterday, I started reading Silman's Reassess Your Chess. To
Oh,
understand
Amruta,
some-
it happened. He took the
Don't tell me!
piece.
Not possible!
No,
Are
he
you
should
serious?
just had to move his rook here, and it was
I cannot
no. He
believe
took.
it.
He just blundered, and guys, Nepo finds this amazing move. No, not G6.
Oh, this is
In not
so
our chat also could not find
unbelievable.
because G6 guys, rook king comes
King
back.
goes
Your
back,
piece
if
up.
rook f2 check, still king goes back. Rook c4.
Yes, cutting the king off, and there's no way to stop this mate.
Oh my goodness.
And the right move has been given by.
Soumya Agarwal, Active Kutis, Mithun S, Hans Wickstrom, Mayank Devanagan, Neeraj Mehta, and Malakshmi.
Yeah, this was very, very brutal for Arjun. I can't believe that Arjun actually fell for that trick. He's generally the one who makes such tricks.
Yes, and you would know, right, that Nepo will not give a free piece like that.
Yeah.
Or did he think, oh, Nepo blundered?
Yeah, maybe he just thought that, Amruta.
Oh my-
Unbelievable.
Yeah, this is a big shocker. Big shocker.
Huge.
Oof. Now he has no time, Sagar. He needs to recover. Like, now you can say it's a luxury to get some time sometimes.
Yeah. And now, Amruta, Nepo has
Imagine
2
it is
point
hard
lead.
for us, such a moment.
Yes.
And how he's facing that and going.
But he already has a winning position in the next game.
What?
Yes, because Nepo seems to have not played the opening well. Bishop h6. This we saw last game.
Yeah, take.
Rook b8, e5, knight d7, rook e1 was a terrible move here by Jan Nepomniachtchi. Queen a5, queen d2, and now the knight jumps in.
Are those mistakes are basically a celebration mode mistakes, kind of?
Amruta, but look at this. This is over. Boom! Rook takes b2 is coming in.
King takes b2?
Check. Knight takes knight. Queen is hanging.
Oh, it's not so easy.
No,
right?
what? It's trivial. It's trivial. Any dragon player would first look at rook takes b2. If the king moves knight, that's what Arjun does. Boom! Rook takes b2. Guys, Arjun, after getting checkmated, playing a brilliant game again.
My God.
To be fair, Nepo played this opening not so well. Rook e1 was a terrible move somehow. Trying to save this pawn. He should have gone h4, h5, which is generally what he played in the last game. I mean, he tried to be very, very tricky, but it backfired.
This game is it's exactly like how Arjun lost in some way towards the end. He's winning in the opening.
JP says this whole line was analyzed by Simon Williams in his Chessable course. Surprised Arjun fell for it because it's well known. Yeah.
But Arjun didn't fall for it.
Not here, the previous one, Amruta. The one which we were talking about.
But even the position was fine there, no?
No, it's a theory.
Yeah. But Arjun came out of that.
Yeah, but king takes f5 he played, no, there.
That is also theory. That
Yes.
until that position.
Yes, it's well-known trap.
Oh my God.
And now, guys, this is over. The queen has to move and my queen comes in and mates you if you play queen b3, d4. Hitting here and Arjun wins.
Wow, but that was an amazing strike back, yeah?
Yeah, Arjun just showed. Oh, this is hanging. Yeah,
It's
Arjun
like
just.
फटाफट ही खत्म कर दिया. It's
हाँ.
not like ठीक है बाद में बदला लूंगा.
Yeah, this is actually Amruta. Somehow this match
क्या score? What's the score?
right now.
Han.
Yeah, it's the 7-6. I'll update it.
Prashant Roy says number of Arjun's brilliant moves today is exactly same number of brilliancy in my life. इतने किए लाइफ में क्या बात है
Tomorrow, I think we have Nihal taking on MVL. That is the match that will happen tomorrow. Amruta, if you can just, this is a very
Should I
typical
get,
English.
should I get something?
What?
No, English. It's English. Don't go Sagar.
It's English.
Yes.
What you will get?
What do you want?
What is there?
Pav bhaji, bhakri bhaji.
Let's have. If you don't mind. You can also bring for yourself.
I know. I'll bring for you.
Oh, by the way, knight comes to d5 in the center, and some of the ideas in this position include taking here, then maybe this pawn gets a little weak, take. Okay, bishop h3 played, bishop takes. Now knight e4, he plays his b5. Take. Knight d4 looks natural. Okay, now knight e4, b6. Ooh, he goes c5, but now knight e4 hitting here. Wow, what a smart move, guys. If here, bishop g7 and takes, why is this a mistake? Black to play. These are little tactical tricks which you learn so much from. Dheer says, posted it in Samay's chess club. Arey, thank you so much, Dheer, for posting it. Oh, that way. He once had 3 brilliancy in one game. Oh, maybe that game should be seen at some point. Yes, you guys are absolutely correct. We have Anonymous, Tiger123 Gaming, Yash Tandon, Hans Wilkstrom, Mayank Divangan, Active, Prashant, Anand, Mohit, and JP who have found this move. Fantastic job, guys. The move is queen c6, and you might think that you're losing the knight. The knight goes back, and then f5. The knight is pinned and won. So that's the reason why c5 was a nice move. Arjun still went up. Bishop went back. Arjun went to c3. Queen c6 check. e4. Rook came up. The knight settled itself on that square. Knight takes knight, pawn takes. It feels like this pawn is weak, but let's see. h4, h5, queen b3. Yeah, somehow this bishop is not so great, but after f5, black seemed to be in control, but he goes bishop f6, f4. Arjun is very aggressive. Rook f2. Woo, queen coming in seems very likely, guys. This game, yes, Nepo comes in. He's better. He's putting pressure on Arjun's king. Rook f2. We have the score 7-6. This match has been very, very even. But bishop takes. Oh, no. If you take bishop takes, then the point is bishop takes, rook takes, and the position equalizes here. But the move here is bishop takes h4. Hitting here, how do you defend that? You might want to play rook f3. Maybe this is the way to go. Let's see what he does. There is an idea to take here. But guys, there's also another beautiful exchange sacrifice that could come in, which is rook takes rook, rook takes bishop. Did he play it? Whoa, Nepo finds a brilliant exchange sacrifice. Wow, what a move. And now this pawn cannot be given. So Arjun has to defend it this way for sure. But this is risky. This is risky. c4 might be an interesting move. Guys, what an idea here. Look at this. I go, and if Nepo plays it would be insane. Rook f3. The idea is, no, c4 is a good move, but my idea was g5. Because then if you take here h4, h3, this is happening. But instead he goes c4, and you can't take with the queen. Your rook would be hanging. So he takes with the pawn. Bishop takes b2. Queen takes the pawn in the center. And now this pawn is a bit weak. And black could be a pawn up in this position. What a great chess game this has been. Queen d2 was not a great move by Arjun. Queen takes, and he's threatening to win material. So he goes and defends it, but check, king here, and now rook a1, threatening a mate. This is over, guys. Rook g2, queen b1, getting in from here. Oh, king h3 takes, queen e2, check. And Nepo wins here because now rook takes rook, queen takes, queen h2, and I can just simply go into the pawn endgame and win. Oh, Nepo showing who's really in charge here, plays a fine game and now takes 2-point lead in the match. 8-6 is the score. We have the French defense on the board. Again, e4, e6, d45, e5, c5, knight c3, bd7, f6, take. We have seen this happening before. Let's see how this game continues. Bishop f4, knight e7. I think we saw this, right, in the last one. But last time, I think Arjun had gone knight to f5. This time he put his knight on the c6 square. Maybe that is the improvement he got from his coach. You know, I really love French defense. There was a phase in my life where I was playing it. There was this book by an author named John Watson, and I had studied it. It was very good phase of my life where I was playing it. It feels very secure when you play the French defense. But you know, security is because it's all very solid, but sometimes you have less space.
So last game Arjun lost, yeah?
Yeah. No, Nepo played brilliant chess. Brilliant is the word.
But no opening blunder or something like that. No trap. It was like a proper clean game.
No, he just outplayed Arjun.
Okay, so this one is French. You saw the opening?
Did Nepo disconnect Amruta? No, I saw.
Achha, you saw. Sorry. Did Nepo disconnect?
But look at
Oh yeah, after a6 he's not making a move, and normally he doesn't think. Or are we disconnected?
No, we are in.
We are fine. We are connected. Is he thinking of some things like b4 or something? Doesn't seem like that. His move was knight a3 last move, so knight c2 would be the natural follow up there.
I think he's disconnected for sure.
Yeah. This is not the timing.
Oh yes, Harshal Erande
Oh my god, that's sad.
has confirmed that it is disconnection. His cam is out, net gone.
Man, what happens now in
Let's
this
see.
case?
I think this point will go to Arjun, and we have to see whether Arjun accepts it. What are the rules of chess.com?
For the first time we are looking into something like this, right? A disconnection.
Yeah. Dibya Jyoti says Arjun will show his power in bullet. Yeah, but Nepo is also pretty strong in bullet. But I think if the difference between the two is around 2 points, then the bullet will be interesting. But 3-4 difference might be a bit too much to cover.
Oh yeah. Look, right now Arjun won, but we still let's not consider it, right?
Yeah.
Because if they have any rules, or even if
until the next game doesn't start, we don't.
But if his internet is disconnected, then even the next game may not start immediately, no? Because imagine the next game starts. Do you think his time will start running? No, they won't start. Maybe.
Do you think Arjun will do something like really like a gentlemanly thing and give up the next game?
Mm.
Just resign. Like, you lose
But
only,
they did play a few moves, Yeah, it's
and then they
yeah,
play
it's a
this game again with just 1 point added each.
no, but if normally if you get this much moment to check the opening,
Yeah.
you wouldn't repeat it, right?
I don't think right now Nepo is going to check openings. He's checking his internet.
That's true. No, it will be interesting what happens next.
Yeah, I do feel that Arjun might just say, okay, take this point. Let's play again.
Maybe not, yeah, maybe not, because in this speed chess, it is one part is internet,
Hmm.
and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So, white shirt gone. Blunder हो जाता है ना सागर.
Internet gone.
Reminds us of the U broadband. Yeah, maybe after a while this won't even be a problem now that 5G and speeds like 500 MB and all of that are happening. You went to Baku, they had 1000 MB, right, in the room?
Yeah,
That's crazy, no? Insane.
that is insane. But having high speed doesn't mean that disconnection may not happen, because there's a difference between speed and the connectivity, right? So I'm sure
I'm just
Nepo.
imagining Usain Bolt running and then running at a very high speed, but yeah, he can suddenly stop.
Yeah.
That's different than his maximum speed. Wait,
No, I'll get.
Arre get. Arre de na.
No, you can talk about Usain Bolt.
Sagar is like, no, you can talk. Sagar, घर में है कढ़ाई. Gopal Kedia says Gukesh had a mouse slip in the first game. He offered a draw to MVL. MVL did not accept it. Why would Arjun give back the draw? But still, mouse slip is still a different thing.
No, Arjun should not give. I'm not saying he should, but I'm just saying that maybe.
No, but something like this happened, no, between Nihal and.
Amruta, I fell in love with the kadai.
Oh my God, you touched it?
No, because it was hot. She was sorry. Okay, huh?
Sagar, you're on the stream and it was a bad joke.
Yeah, what you were saying?
No, I thought that Nihal and Ding Liren played. Somebody had mentioned in the comment. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
Nihal had given.
And Ding Liren had played. Abhila says you are so lucky to have Sagar. Yes. Can't disagree. That's the only thing I
But he didn't say to whom, to you or me.
No, you are so lucky to have Sagar.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Sagar. I'm so lucky to be. Okay, but.
No, Sagar, you're too hungry right now. Can you sit quietly and eat?
But is the game starting or not? Because time is running on the right of our screen. 3 minutes.
Maybe they will restart the time, no? Like from where it was earlier.
Oh, no, Oh, Amruta, this timer is something else.
What do you mean?
This is not the match timer, because if you go back in the stream on this, there was 50 minutes, 37 minutes left on this timer. So they have started another timer right now with 2 minutes 41 seconds.
And then it will start. You have 2 minutes to eat your lunch, dinner.
No, in 2 minutes, if he doesn't reconnect, he might lose another point.
Got it. ठीक है, तुम खाना खा लो. There is more bhakri. Guys, did you have dinner? What did you have for dinner?
Yes, please.
After a long time, this question. क्या खा रहे हो सागर भाई? He is eating पाव भाजी की सब्जी with भाकरी.
पाव भाजी की सब्जी नहीं, भाजी.
पाव भाजी वाली भाजी. We're so used to saying pav bhaji, na? Whether even if the bhaji ke sath.
Dheer Oswal is saying I had 6.5 thepla
Oh,
or 30 theplas. Or he had thepla at 6:30. Very tough to understand.
I had at 6:30 thepla. Yeah, that's what I said. I had dhokla for a snack. There's ice cold brews. I thought ice cold brews is from Iceland or something, but now that it says dhokla.
Dhokla is very universal, Amruta.
Gujarati, yeah. Vada pav. Oh man. Drumstick. Bolt run fastest. But what if he's off track? Is Prashant. Rice looks good.
I can't believe that someone was eating drumsticks, Amruta.
Why? You
Like-
love it, no? Anyway.
Yeah, but you eat with something, no? It's just drumsticks.
सागर भाई शादीशुदा होकर कैसे क्या ही chapati also chapati with aloo fry. Oh, that used to be our you remember chapati with aloo, gobi aloo with in the world championship, and Sagar would take a parcel from a Kerala restaurant and
In Dubai.
Yeah, in Dubai. Oh, I had Puran Poli says tech Pitaji.
Who?
Thank you, tech Pitaji. You have to, white rice.
I'm
biryani
just
is
thinking when he put his name on his channel, what must have gone in his head to put Tech Pitaji?
नहीं उसका पूरा है टेक पिताजी दीपक. That's I had भेल in Vatican City. Says Grey Ninja. क्या बात है? पुचका राधा सिंघल.
ग्रे निंजा, तुम वेटिकन सिटी में जाके भेल खा रहे हो, इधर मुंबई में आके क्या फिर खाओगे?
Oh, Sachin Kakade says Shira and masale wal. This is great. The variety we get of cuisines here is amazing. Silent Killer says very first time a tournament is going to happen in Latur. अरे क्या बात है?
Oh wow.
Oh,
Hey,
0-0-0-0. Has the game started yet? No, not yet. Guys, if you have any information, please tell me. Until I reach your message, before that I have to read a lot of dishes.
Yan is back.
Yan is, yes, and the games have started. एक white rice और पाव भाजी की भाजी है.
Guys, the score, हाँ ठीक है. Guys, score is 8-7 क्या? Can you help us? Is the score 8-7? I'm sure Arjun now has white pieces. Knight f3. I don't think Arjun will give up the point. Yeah, he's playing, I think. Oh, knight a3. You remember, I think Nihal had gone bishop e3 here. Or first queen something. Yeah, queen a4, queen e8 and bishop e3 maybe. ba, bishop a6, queen a4. And instead of queen c8, he could have gone bishop here to b5. But instead he goes here, and now it's Arjun's move. So you don't.
I'll later say it. Queen c8.
Can we take the pawn?
On c6?
Mm-hmm. Oh, queen a5, nice move.
Yeah.
Not hurrying.
Oh, can you go bishop g5? But rook d4, bishop f6.
Oh, rook d8. He's trying to win this pawn. You go rook d1. But Amruta, there was a very nice move. Rook b1. And the point is, if you take this, then after bishop c6, you are losing a piece.
Oh,
because if
nice
rook b8,
idea.
I can take, and queen takes.
Lovely.
So actually, rook b1 was the best move. But instead, he went rook d1, h6.
Still
There was
play, no?
e5 actually. But he goes h6, a4, rook b8, e4. And I think this position is looking quite promising for Arjun.
Rook b6. He defends both. But now this bishop jumps to a3 after a4.
And now can we go bishop c5?
He'll go rook b2, no?
Yeah, maybe. Or he may even give up the exchange to...
Ah, right. For the pawn structure. I like this because this is controlled. The rook doesn't have entry anywhere actually.
And you know what, Amruta? Sometimes you just don't want to win any of these pawns because they are all limiting black's pieces. The moment you win a pawn, the pieces are more free.
Yeah. Ignore.
Yeah, it's it's like the negative people in your life.
Ignore
Sometimes you
Maru.
can ignore them.
Yeah, a5. c5.
But now
Okay,
bishop.
but what if e5 there is knight d5?
But you can take with the bishop, no? That's a free pawn. So Nepo actually got a bit desperate here.
Hey, what if you take with this pawn and attack the rook?
Rook takes rook.
Yeah,
Rook
and
takes
then
rook.
b1.
And the rook comes to b1. And
Okay.
that just eases things out.
Correct.
So he takes with the bishop. That was a right move.
Now either Nepo will say exchange sacrifice or he'll go rook b2. He saves his rook. But now double bishop and a pawn up.
Do you want to be greedy and win this pawn? Because if queen takes, then
No.
yeah, not at all interesting.
But what else? What else do you have right now? He's thinking 1 minute 30 seconds and he plays bishop e7.
Nice move.
Yeah, nice move. Bishop f6 is the threat now. And then you have e5 also. I mean, it's not just this threat, but later e5, f6 also. Can you do that now?
Can we take on f6?
Or is it not a good idea?
Amruta. Can we go bishop a3? That would be an amazing move. Provoking rook to come up, then hitting this rook. And if you go rook e2, now just very solid. But that's too much like classical game way of playing.
No. Okay, he take and now whatever
e5,
e5.
e5, e5.
You win the f6 pawn. Just done.
But done what? I mean, I can go queen here, offer you a trade.
Hey, one more question. Can you go d5? Oh, he plays something.
He played queen
f3.
Yeah, he played queen f3.
Ah, like it.
Hitting here.
Like it. Oh, computer doesn't like it, but I like it. Queen
No,
h5
it's very good.
is-
It's a very good tempting because if now king g7,
Then
then
queen
check and e5.
Yeah. But then what is the defense for black when black is saying that
Just
he's
give
okay?
up this pawn, play queen here and here back. Something like that. Or go back and put your queen here. f5?
Okay, 5.
No, this is not a great idea because now the king gets really weakened, Amruta. Just
Queen h5
even
then?
queen f4, queen e3, so many possibilities.
What?
Yeah.
Queen f4. Same idea like queen h5. Queen b6, good move. Can you not take on h6? Rook d4. Take.
Queen is defending
Yeah.
this pawn.
Hey, can you take on f? Yeah.
Yeah, he did it. And now Amruta,
Bishop.
threat is maybe bishop e4. Ooh, rook d4. Oh, what a move. Mate here. Mate
Mate
threatened.
into queen f7, queen g8.
There's no way to stop it. There's no way to stop it because if the queen moves away, you lose the rook.
Oh, it's over. It's
Yeah.
over. Man, amazing. No, the only thing is you have to take the bishop. But even if you take the bishop, the king is so weak that
Yeah.
rook d8 is just
Yeah.
in the air.
So Arjun will equalize the score. Arjun brutal, yeah? Amruta?
Yeah, he's making it really hard for Nepo.
Check. Check karo, mate karo. Check. King g7. Check. Queen interposes and rook g8. Game over. f6. Check. Oops, sorry. Check. Or rook
Or rook d7
rook
check.
d7 check also. Very
Or
cool.
just queen f5 first.
No, Amruta, don't be so subtle. कहाँ से मेट करे रुकी वन लेट्स गेट ओ नहीं अपन मेट हो जाएंगे अरे
g4, king f4,
या
queen f6.
नो क्वीन एट 7
नहीं,
क्वीन एट
भाग
7
रहा है.
check is
That's
good
why.
no force him to the
अभी
e5
13 seconds.
yeah force him to the e5 and give a check oh no if you give a check with the rook then
The
there
king
is
is running. King is running.
yeah bishop
Sagar.
is there no bishop will come
You have to keep calculating in 12 seconds. That's why I was saying that first take out the escape route.
now queen f5 I think he's found it Amruta queen f5 rook king
Just a bit
c4
of
rook
yeah.
e4
Yeah,
rook e4 king c6 rook e6
Hmm.
so resign
just a bit. Oof.
take the queen oh doesn't want the queen wants
Was
the
your
king
mate.
wants the king
Nice. Well done, Arjun. Wow. Now it's 8-8, Sagar.
break time oh they don't have a break Amruta because
Yeah, because
I think that
disconnect.
internet thing happened that's when
But-
they used the break
But Sagar, what happened with the last game? Finally, Arjun got the point, yeah?
yeah
Okay.
that's why it was 6-8 and now it's 8-8
Got it. What do you want?
I'll get what Look at this
What?
beautiful diagonal, and he's giving some tactics. Like
Beast.
95, but then there's
No,
95
it
hitting the
looks
queen.
like preparation. 94 also scary.
He
Yeah,
played
it is
it.
94.
He
Rook
played
B8, there is 96.
95, this is all prep. This is
Yeah,
all, this
you
is all
can't make a move like B6 just like that. I mean,
Yeah. And now
Queen
bishop
C2.
d7, bishop d7.
wow, what an exchange sacrifice.
Yeah, Arjun.
Better.
Awesome. No, Arjun
Better.
Arjun showing great chess, no, Amruta?
Great
I mean,
preparation
this
also.
match has been great.
Tremendous.
I mean, it's showing some serious chess. Bishop d7, double exclamation. But
love
guys,
it.
this is prep, I'm sure. MJ asks Sagar, what makes Arjun a better player in shorter formats as compared to other prodigies? I think Arjun is just very good. Oh, he's giving. Oh, look at this. He's like, take my rook because I'm going to attack. I think Arjun is just intuitively very, very good. And also he's practiced a lot. There was, I think in a lockdown, there was a phase where he and Nihal were practicing so much online together. So that is one of, I think, practice plus that intuitive feel that he has for playing. You know, Nepo is such a smart guy. He never took the exchange that was given. And he's now going rook h1 and he's saying to Arjun, kya hi ukad liya itna prepare karke? You know, like, what is the big deal?
Yeah, finally Arjun did have to move the rook. Okay, but now what? Because you can't short castle, you can't long castle. You have to keep the king in the center.
But king e7
Luckily
is not so safe.
Yeah, not so safe. Why? The e file is closed, like very closed.
Yeah, but knight e4 jumps and then that pin and okay,
You
now
wanna take. Lots of takes.
Yeah, take on
Hook take आणि आराम करा.
take bishop. Oh, f6 now. Yeah, exactly. King f7. This is a good place for the king to be.
Really? I thought the light squares are weak.
Ooh, e5 coming in with the queen.
But f5 or first take on f3.
अरे भाई queen bishop मर रहा है.
Sorry. I only looked at the queen side.
No, this is getting risky, Amruta. Because
Exactly,
if bishop
the
takes...
light squares are weak. Exactly, Sagar.
Yes, I
That's
understand.
the whole point.
Now queen will come in for sure. What else? Yeah.
Then you
otherwise
lose the g7 pawn, no?
No, king d8.
But rook h8?
Oh, he goes king d7?
Yeah,
No.
he's ready to give up. But then you lose f6 also.
How?
Queen g7, king c6, bishop f6, there is x3.
Queen takes, yes. Oh, great defense, Arjun. Again, defense OP. And also rook d1 check. Suppose going from this side. King c6, queen e4 check. Now king b5.
Baapre.
This should be losing. No, this king is looking very weak.
I mean, it's just bad. Like, to have your king
He gave,
on b5
and
cannot
Amruta,
be good.
he found bishop d4. He didn't play king c6, which was a mistake, which we just saw.
Wow. Yeah, that bishop cannot be attacked by any pawn. Lovely. And now, g5 bishop is hanging. Let's not forget that.
Sure. But bishop goes back.
e5 or queen e5.
But look at Nepo's sort of ability to remain not tempted. He could have taken this pawn always with a check, but it would have given a tempo. So he didn't do it. e5, but now take. And then you lose another pawn.
With a check.
Yeah,
no?
with a check. So, but the king will be safe.
No, maybe he wants to go king e6 or what? Queen g7 check, king e6.
No, but then check, and I think the king
Oh,
is...
that's risky. That's
Yeah.
pretty risky.
But could be. By the way, Chinmay Kilkar says, Dear Sagar Shah, thank you for chess sets and clocks at R.A. Podar College's chess event. Their quality ensured. Smooth and successful event. Your support means a lot. Well, Chinmay, thank you. And I'm glad that you had a great time. I got Mihir told me that it was a wonderfully organized event. And I hope that there will be more events in Podar College. It's where I studied. And I'm very, very grateful to the people there. Take.
Sagar, now this is a passer and you have defended g7 also.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised at why Nepo did not take the
Yeah,
pawn,
I am
you know?
also clueless. Because now he's pawn down. Sometimes, having too much of self-control is not so...
Yeah, I think he just wanted to go for the king. Basically, that was
Yes.
the whole
But
point.
sometimes you want to go for the king and you get nothing.
You wanted to rhyme it. Okay.
No, I mean, I was just saying that you don't get
Yeah.
much, but
Yeah, that's true. Okay, the rook on a3. Still, until the king is placed like this, you have to be careful. a5. Nice. Rook b5 maybe? Just support. Stay strong.
yeah,
And if queen d3, then queen b6. Oh, he goes rook b2.
he gives up a pawn.
Yeah, look.
Oh.
Here. You cannot take with the bishop.
Oh.
But you cannot take with the rook also. So actually, for now,
No,
you cannot
queen
take the
e8 check.
pawn.
Queen e8 check. By the way, we have Rakshit in the chat. Rakshit, I saw on Instagram that you are in some hackathon.
Yeah, 13 to 17. or
Yeah,
something
suddenly
like
you are here. Did you win the hackathon or did you do well or what happened? Oh, rook takes what?
that. What if finds it? Man.
Check.
Is it a drop?
No,
or picture?
Amrita, no. Now if you
King
move
F-
the king queen here, there's a check and you lose the queen. So you have to go king f5.
Or king d5.
No, king d5, there is queen g8 and mate. Because the king can't go here and here, it's over. Queen g8. So king... Oh, rook a6, they're trying too hard now, Amrita. Rook f2.
Dono blunder
King
pe
g5,
blunder.
fine, king g5, Arjun, no.
But what's happening? Queen h5 check now?
Yeah, queen h5, but he's going in.
Not easy, man.
Go
This
in,
is
go in,
so
go in, go in.
crazy.
Go in. No, go in, check. King here, check. The king is going to get mated there.
No,
Hello.
rook f4, yeah. Like this move.
King d5, bhago. Black king is better.
e4, e4. Just take the pawn. No, queen e6
Check.
mate ho raha tha.
Now ef4. Because this is controlled.
Big blunder.
अरे यार ये चेक से मेट हो गया ना चेक.
Why did he
Oh
not play e4?
no, but why did
he
he
not play e4 here?
e4 queen b3 mate this side?
Oh no.
And that was, if you go with the king here, that also queen b3. Oh, Arjun was better.
So good, man. It was like amazing game.
Yeah.
मजा आया लेकिन क्या game
क्या खेल रहे हैं ना, what
यार,
they're playing.
what-
And Amrita, what a game they are playing. And Arjun now plays this center counter.
Pre-scotch or what? Pre-scotch?
It's center counter or something they call it.
Reverse center.
No,
counter.
center, I don't know what, some name.
Long castle. Okay. What do you want?
I'll get it.
I'm anyway going.
No, it's fine. Where are you going?
How? Why am I going? There is 19 minutes. No, after that there is a break. Minutes.
Rakshit says, I'm building a chess related project for the hackathon. Oh, hackathon submission is on 15th October. This is just 4-day developer event to promote Solana. Just reach back home. Acha. अरे अमृता पानी. हाँ पानी तो चैट पीना चाहिए. वो लोग थक गए ये देख देख के भाई. क्या ही गेम, क्या ही मैच चल रहा है अमृता. एंड व्हाट अ amazing play by both players. They are showing some high quality chess. Can you comment it? I don't like Arjun's king,
Really?
but okay.
No, but his attack, I love it because the pawn storm is coming, and once again we've seen they are just ready to play all rash chess, complete rash. Okay, 97. Let's look. Arjun, can he go h4? But he goes king b1, which is normally considered a very, very prophylactic move that you keep your king safe there. So I'm wondering why it is not the best idea. Maybe it is a little slow in this position. Knight c5, putting pressure here. You can see the bishop is eyeing. Now the a file has been opened. Arjun wins the pawn. But queen e7. Now, once again, Nepo should not have played queen e7 and he should have gone for knight b4, attacking this guy here, opening the bishop here. That would have really got Arjun in some trouble. But he goes queen e7, and now what does he play? Rook h e1 by Arjun, rook b8, and Arjun, wow, he exchanges this knight. Bishop takes c6 because I think he was a little bit worried about knight b4, bishop c6 there, and now he brings his knight here, attacks this guy here. Knight will be eyeing to go to f5. So that does look super dangerous with both the files and the rooks there. the Benko reminds something like Benko, but you also have the king here on p1. No, this is not going to be easy playing against Nepomniachtchi with such a king. Can Arjun try to create the attack here in some way? His pawns, if they start rolling here, g6, f6, that's the only chance. But he's not getting any time to do that. Bishop d7, Nepo saves his bishop. Arjun goes b3. Now this is a place where a sacrifice is going to happen sooner or later. Queen e8. What is the idea of this move? Why has he gone queen e8? Firstly, maybe something like knight f5 in the future, a tempo, but doesn't seem like that. Or is he intending bishop a4 and then, as we were discussing, a sacrifice on b3? Ooh, yeah, that is the idea, man.
Okay, he went e5.
No, this is so much. Yeah, look at this. So
Bishop
hard to play this,
e6.
Sagar. What? Bishop e6.
Yeah.
Every move they are
Whoa.
making an inaccuracy. So that was the whole idea. But I thought
but
bishop
there is a
a4.
mate here.
And how do you save it? Queen b2, knight d3.
Fork. Oh.
Just losing.
Nepo gets a lead of 2 points, Amruta. That is huge. Do you want to go and eat?
Yeah, I'll get
Here.
no after this game. But it was too dangerous what just happened, with these two rooks, Sagar. It was so tough to play against Nepo.
How did Nepo actually sack his pawns? Like here it was closed, right? First he went
Here,
b5.
b5.
And then he went... Oh, this...
Arjun wins a pawn,
yeah.
but then
Maybe it was not a good
this
idea,
was
no?
also decently fine here, but after e5, just this move. But in general, only you cannot keep saving and defending such a position. At some point, you're going to go wrong.
What is
That's
Nepo
the
doing?
whole understanding about
Amruta, what is this move? To take this pawn?
it. Don't get it. I just don't get it.
I mean, you could take the rook, right? What?
Are you serious? That there is a
Exactly,
scope,
what is
some
happening?
scope to get back?
And now, Amruta, one question that I had on my mind is, yeah, here, rook here. Is Arjun now going to get... Oh, there's this move,
Bishop
knight back. Because if you take the bishop, then the knight is hanging. And if you take the knight, the bishop will go back. And then black is okay. So knight, yeah, he found it. Only move, rook takes. But now...
Still, I mean, you were like completely lost.
Yeah.
At least you are still lost, but oh, look at the time, by the way.
Hey,
Sagar.
but
5
Amruta,
seconds
is
with
this
Arjun.
working? Is this working? No, there is knight takes, and if you take the
Beautiful.
check, king takes, and then take this. Oh, brilliant. He played rook h1, but he had what, 3 seconds left. He was under a lot of time stress,
Correct.
and now Nepo must take here. But Amruta, it's not so easy to decide that because I can take with the knight.
Nepo
You
will
give a
take.
check.
Nepo will take. He
Really?
has a lot of time. I think that has been like taking on b3 has been a dream since ages, like in this game. Since b3
No, but
happened.
this is take, and the neat point of this is if you take with the rook, then there is rook takes. You can't take with the pawn because queen hangs, and if knight takes, there is check, and you lose the rook. And if you play here, there is a check here, and if you come down, it's losing. You have to come up,
Okay,
and
there's
then
a
it's
lot of
mated.
calculation. So maybe he'll not play. So knight is... No, it was amazing. It was important as well, Sagar.
Guys, that's how she talks to me even in day-to-day life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? But
She
look
says,
at this.
Oh, that's very important, Sagar, what you're saying, but I don't care. Okay, now it's a draw. Wow.
Wow,
Good.
it was an impossible. I mean, okay, I'm not going to be very honest, not going to appreciate that middle moment for Arjun. But I'm going to question why did Nepo not do that?
What? Do what? I
Nepo-
was trying to show that, but you didn't see it.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh!
Is this rook and
No,
game
this is-
changing?
No, maybe not.
Because why is Arjun wanting to exchange the queens? All the time his king has been weak.
Because he has no time. And Nepo wants to win
Right.
on time.
Right.
Nepo wants to win on time, Amruta.
Oh, rook b5.
No, rook b5, rook
Rook
d8,
d8,
check, and you will get mated.
Oh, this is exciting. B versus G pawn. अरे तेरा फोन चल नहीं मेरा नहीं दे रही हूँ
Rook b5, queen d4.
G3 blunder. He
What
finds
a
in
move.
1 second.
But what is that move?
Arey, b7, b8 is coming
What? He
now.
finds another amazing move.
That was the whole idea of a4.
And now...
Gaya, queen.
It's winning. It's winning.
No, but until he wins, we cannot say because the time.
No, it's winning. It's gone. Khatam. Queen. Queen. Queen kar
Yeah.
bhai. Queen. Huh. And check.
Unbelievable. He could have taken rook f2, but
Oh my goodness. Nepo's over ambition backfires, guys.
crazy.
9-9.
No, this was brilliant. You know, this guy Arjun to find a4.
Yeah.
when
A4
he
and
had
king
like-
a2. King
What?
a2 also.
Yeah.
No, and this
That
is
is
this
just
is
brilliant.
guys. This is something about Arjun which I'm so
Yeah, you
impressed.
think that ho gaya, ye ho gaya, and suddenly he comes
He-
up with ideas like
His hold on nerves. His
Yeah.
hold on nerves is so amazing. In fact, one game which I will
He's
highly
good.
recommend you to see is his battle against Murzin Volodar from World Blitz 2022. I was standing there and I was like, Arjun will blunder now. He had like 2 seconds, but he was finding all the amazing moves and he won that game. And that is exactly what he did right now.
this was insane.
Yeah.
Like in the speed, the way, the reflexes he showed. He never gave up, no, to find a move
Yes.
like a4.
Yes.
He never accepted in his mind it's going towards a draw. Like
Correct.
you don't talk about to yourself about result where it is going.
I think this is what sports often teaches, right? Many of the people think what sports got to do with real world, and I think sports just shows that if you manage to keep your nerves in tense situation, believe in yourself, you can actually overcome tough situations. That's what Arjun did in practice, and maybe we guys can do it in our life, you know. And now Arjun, this Nepo is white. Sorry, Amrita, I should have flipped. Arjun is black.
Got it.
So Nepo has a good position. Actually, every time Nepo loses, he makes a comeback next game. Every time Arjun loses, he makes a comeback. So it's like,
Somehow it also reminds of Prag versus Arjun. They were having in that way only.
yeah.
No, Sarthak, even if Nepo went wrong, that was a middle game part which we mentioned. But towards the end, it was really tough to find a4 and
No,
king
just
a2.
keeping, he could have lost on time. And we've seen this happening several
Yeah.
times to Gukesh, to Vidit in their speed chess championships. But Arjun didn't lose on time.
Right.
That was not easy.
No, but even if he doesn't find a4 there, he could even be in trouble
Yeah.
that way. So.
Mhm.
Oof. How much we are in 10 minutes, yeah, for this time control?
I think 2 more this game and 1 more will happen. So, and then bullet. Guys, do like the stream so that more people can join in for the bullet portion of this match. We are right now all even at 9 games apiece. And Arjun is playing the 2-time World Championship challenger Jan Nepomniachtchi, who is considered by many as the speed king. When he was young, he used to play brilliant speed chess. But now recently Jan has also shifted a lot of his focus to classical chess, I feel. That's why he's made it through to the 2 candidates into the World Championships. But yeah, let's go. Now, in this position, Arjun's bishop here is terrible. It's blocked by its own pawns, and that's the reason why Jan is better. So now it's very clear that this is perhaps a 2-result position for the time being right now. But Arjun can keep playing. He can go g6. Oh, yeah, g6, bishop g7. Maybe try for f5 and then take his bishop out from there. He first goes with his rook up. And rook e4, he goes here, he's putting pressure on the d4 pawn. And guys, there is this e5 move somewhere in the air. No, he couldn't play it. Look at this. If he had gone e5, then there was this classy move, rook f3, removing one rook. And if you take here, then rook takes e8 was one idea. Rook takes d4, threatening a mate. Both rooks like move like these doors and open up this diagonal. So Arjun has to be careful. He played g6, which is a good move by Arjun. Bishop a2. Rook goes back. Now rook to f4. And if you go back with your bishop to g7, then already this is a pin, and so bishop takes pawn happens. So that's the reason why Arjun goes forward. But now after rook f3, queen e7, h4, bishop comes back. He takes, queen takes. And now what's the move, guys? What is the move that Nepo had in mind? Yes, D5, Anish Nayak, Samir Sinha, Emerald, Rakshit, Prativa, Mukul. D5, brilliant move. Queen comes up. D6, and the two rooks here are suffocated. This is a bad position, but we all know what a fighter Arjun is. He's never going to give up. He moves his queen there, but there are many ways to win for white now. Queen e3, hitting this pawn. Arjun tries to defend. Rook comes up, attacking the queen. Queen is trapped. Oh no, queen goes there. Bishop comes in here. Oh, this is over, guys. This is impossible to save. I think Arjun might have to resign at some point. He might come back with his queen into the position, but then queen f3 hitting here. I think queen f3, if Nepo finds this, it's time to throw in the towel. I think so, but maybe not so soon. Arjun will fight. Oh, h5. That's another classy move you can't take because this is hanging. Wow. Actually, there was a very nice, cute move here also. Rook f7 was also winning because rook f7, hg6, perhaps that wins. But instead, he goes rook g6, rook f6, and resignation by Arjun. So Nepo strikes back in the match. And now we are on to the match number 20 in this. Nepo has a lead. 9-10 is the score. Will Arjun strike back? The trend has been whoever has lost makes a comeback in this match. But will this happen again? So we see the opening again. Such a sharp one. D4. We had the Nimzo Indian. Queen C2 classical variation. Takes. Knight f3, d5. Bishop f4, d4. Long castle. You can't take the knight because the queen would hang. So he goes knight d7 blocking. And now if Arjun takes here with the knight, there is e5 forking. Man, these players are playing such sharp chess. Knight b3 attacks the bishop. Bishop chops off the pawn. This might be still theory because Nepo is blitzing out as well. Bishop g5 might be the move. Insane. Four minutes, 30 seconds. I think this is the last 3+1 game. Then we will have 30 minutes of 1+1 bullet chess. E3 is the move. Yes, to win this bishop. Take. Now this king is slightly weak because there are pawn pushes, but right now the knight is attacked. Guys, if Arjun here plays some move like h4, I'll go crazy. No, but it's actually logical because if you take the knight, I've had hg5. Okay, he first saves the knight. Good, Arjun. Our blood pressures are already rising. Knight comes here. What? b4. All those who always think that you shouldn't move pawns in front of your king, think again. Knight comes into d5. Is that happening? No. c5, double question mark move. Knight takes c5. This time, too much. Oh, Nepo does not take what? Nepo take this pawn and sort of destroy Arjun's king cover. Arjun says, Nepo, you didn't take. I'm going after your king. Pawn up to h4. Rook opens up. Queen is amazingly placed. This is getting exciting because now if g4 here, I'm going h5 forward and h6, sort of shifting this knight's base. The knight is not very safely placed on f6. Arjun playing such creative chess here, but clearly Nepo should have taken this pawn. And you know, guys, imagine that after take, queen takes, this knight is hanging, the king is attacked. If the king goes and tries to save it, then bishop moves in, the rook joins into the party. It would have been very tough for Arjun. But all of a sudden with h4 now, the onus is now on Nepo to figure out how to play. Because clearly you don't want to open this up. Queen takes h4 and it's mate here. So if you don't want to open the position, you have to keep it closed. But if you keep it closed, as we just witnessed, it's impossible. I'll go h5, h6, take here, rook opens up, queen is well placed, and I'm way faster. And guys, remember, there is always this very cute little tactic of knight d5 coming in positions where attacks the queen and this square. So I don't know, is Nepo again disconnected or he's thinking? Nepo, what are you doing? He never thinks so much. I believe that Nepo is disconnected. No, he goes knight g4. Queen g3. Knight takes pawn. Finally, he does it. Arjun's best move is king b2 somehow. Not to take this guy. If you take, then queen takes. There is this normal counterplay which is happening. So, Arjun, go for king b2. That would be epic. Because then, oh, he takes and goes knight c4. Okay, bishop e6 is just natural. Yes, hitting the knight here. Open up. Guys, look at this. Opening up, bishop takes, okay. Bishop takes, queen takes, king b2, and now maybe rook ac8 and knight d5. Check, I go back. And my king has no checks. Something like this could happen. No, he takes what? Bishop e6, he takes here. Okay. Bishop takes. Queen h4, no! Queen a3, he's getting mated. The engine says Arjun is getting checkmated. Okay, what has Arjun calculated? Maybe he thought king b1. But king b1 is met with queen b3. And if you go here, you lose your knight with a check. If you go here, you still lose your knight with a check. What did Arjun miss? Because king b1, queen b3. I think Arjun may have wanted to go king d2. But now there is queen b2 check. And then again you lose the knight with a check. So clearly he miscalculated something. Check, king here, check, king here, check, king here, check. Arey bhai, check. What is happening next now? Resigns. Because if king c3, there was bishop d1 check. King b1, there is queen a2 check. And Arjun magically finishes the game with 10 seconds left and gets another game. He's 2 points down. But the risk is that he might get 3 points down in this match. Or he wins this one and then there's 1 point difference. Let's see what happens here, guys. We had the Tarash defense. You know, Nepo had been playing here advanced variation and not getting good positions. So he goes knight d2. And now the Tarash defense is on the board. Takes f6. This is very well known theory from many years. People have been playing this. Essentially, what you are saying to your opponent is that you have a bad bishop, you have a weak pawn. But black says, I have the f file, my bishop is good. And now I'm rerouting my bishop this way to come here and put pressure. That's what is happening. Knight comes to g3. And do you push the bishop away with h6 now? Because I really wanted to go to h5, but now the knight is controlling that. He takes. Oh, interesting. Pawn takes, bishop pins here, threatening to take this pawn perhaps. But it's not really a threat because I can take bishop takes h7 and take this knight. So it's not a threat per se here. Isn't Tarash defense C? Yes, Tarash defense is that, but Tarash variation in the French. You know, it's like Tarash came up with so many opening ideas. He has his name etched at many places in the chess world. Now, knight e4 is a typical move. You put your knight in the center. If he takes here, you take with the pawn using the pin. No, but he goes to g4. Okay. He wants to remove this bishop, rook. Okay, now Arjun is going g5. I know for a fact Arjun is going to play g5 here. It's a risky move, but you have to play it because otherwise this is hanging. And yes, g5 played, guys. And no, you can't go here because that's terrible. I take with the knight. This is pinned. You take here and then there is no weakness. My rook is open. My bishop is active. You can't play bishop e5 for sure. But then where do you go? Do you sacrifice a piece? No, he goes bishop d2. And now this classy move, knight takes f2, king takes f2, and G4, I believe, or G4 or knight D4. Let's think. Actually, the best move was bishop C1, going all the way back. No, he didn't take. He didn't take here. Knight F2. This move, knight F2, king F2, G4 was possible, or knight D4 was possible, but instead he went queen F6, which is also a good move. Queen E2. Maybe that sacrifice never worked, but now E5. Push the pawn. And how does that work? Because you have 1, 2. Yes, finds it. Arjun so sharp. Sharp as a knife, as we have already said. Now knight takes. There's a pin here. What a play by Arjun Erigaisi. Pushes his pawn forward. You know, if we were playing sometimes, we would make these moves, rook e8, just without thought. And then bishop b5, white is positionally doing pretty well because the knight is pinned, e5 is not coming so easily. But Arjun snatches the moment. He realizes e5 is coming. And if you take here, now he takes with the g knight, pinning here. You can't take here. And that means that this is a threat. This also is under pressure. Arjun is playing really well. Knight takes e5 played by Nepo. A blunder. Because now knight takes d4. Hits the queen. Okay, where does the queen go? Knight takes knight. But there's a check. Did you miss that, Nepo? That there's a check? What did you do? He was saying, Nepo was thinking, if you take the queen, I'll take your queen. But guys, this just dropped with a check. No, okay, you had to move your queen, but where? You could have moved here. But then knight e5 is just a free piece. So in a way, knight takes e5 was just a complete blank out moment for Jan Nepomniachtchi, and that means that there's a gap of only 1 point going into the bullet segment of this match. What a match this has been between Arjun Erigaisi and Jan Nepomniachtchi. Guys, I had predicted the score to be 12-16, and I still stick with that score. Maybe I'm a huge optimist in Arjun's skills in bullet, but I do feel that Arjun is the better player in bullet. He has more practice and I think he has better nerves. But somehow Nepo has shown in this match that he's not letting Arjun run away with it. He is been there. He has a points lead in this entire thing. What is your feeling here? I think Arjun has an upper hand in bullet, says Priyanshu Sharma. What are other thoughts, guys? A lot of people are like, I blunder like Jan Botes Gambit happened. Yeah, I think Arjun resigning the previous game and playing the next game was very, very important. Arjun now will play the bullet segment. And guys, this is going to be very exciting. I'm going to take a 1 minute break right now and going to show you our ChessBase India premium chess set. If you need a chess set to play your games over the board, if you have been waiting for a good chess set, then this is the one you can get. And check out this video.
In a world that is going increasingly digital, it's sometimes nice to hold things in your hand. The ChessBase India Premium Chess Set is our attempt to give you a great feel of playing chess in real life. The first thing we wanted to ensure was that the product was of the best possible quality. When you buy the ChessBase India Premium Chess Set, you get a chessboard, high quality chess pieces, a bag for the pieces, a bag for the chessboard as well. All of this is carefully packed so that when we courier it to you, you receive it in the best possible condition. We take pride in the fact that the chess sets are manufactured in India. Here are some features of the premium chess set. It is 96mm standard weighted and felted set of Staunton design. Fine crafted, high-class plastic pieces of 3.75 inches height. Total weight of the pieces is around 800 grams. Usual pieces are around 300 to 400 grams. You have 2 extra queens included. 55mm by 55mm high-quality vinyl board with notation with ChessBase India logo in the corner and a leatherite finish. You have 2 flat nylon drawstrings for the board and pieces with the ChessBase India logo. It is also a perfect product to gift your loved ones. We also have gift wrapping options in the ChessBase India shop. So what are you waiting for? Get your hands on the ChessBase India Premium Chess Set and challenge someone to a game of chess in real life. Link is in the description.
Welcome back, guys. We have 5 minutes, 30 seconds left. Launch a wooden chessboard, guys. We are really on it. it's work in progress, and I think I'll be able to give you some good news in the coming couple of days. Not couple of days, couple of weeks. Okay. Devashish says Nepo can't be counted out. He hardly thinks. By the way, if anyone wants to get this, it's the first link in the description. Actually, the games of this match somehow have been so sharp. Anmol says, who is the Indian to qualify for candidates? Guys, what do you think about such a tournament where, just thinking, okay, just brainstorming with you guys, where we have 6 Indian players playing against 6 international players, and it's called a Scavenging tournament. So let's say you have Anand, Gukesh, Prag, Vidit, Arjun, Hari, maybe Nihal, Prag, all of them, and 6 players or 7 players from outside India. Let's say Magnus, Hikaru, Caruana, Wesley, Anish. Okay, Anish we can see which, but okay. Firuja, and then a match of Scavenging. So it means like if our board 1 is Gukesh, board 2 is Anand, board 3 is Prag, then their board 1 will play first with board 1, then our board 1 will play with their board 2, board 3, board 4, board 5. Like it's a classical event, but 6-7 day event. And guys, the score of this match is on the left, 11-10. Yeah, Dingliran, yes, exactly. I think that is one of the ideas that we are thinking about. If such a tournament happens, then we must write a book on their games with detailed analysis, says Sujit. Nice. Yeah, we will think if we can make this happen. Also, we are trying our best to have CSL this year end, and also COB we would like to organize. Comedians on board. Samay will be back very soon. Devashi says, you, like Anish said, you do it late in the year when there's little time left for FIDE circuit, it will be a huge success. Yeah, that's the plan actually, somewhere in December, because 1st Jan is the cutoff. So just thinking about this. And maybe we'll be able to make it happen. DreamHack is happening, Anish. This time, DreamHack event is happening 3rd, 4th, 5th of November. So, yes, and also Deathmatch 3.0, hoping to do it this year. But DreamHack, guys, you can, I think, book your calendars. It will soon be announced. 3rd, 4th, and 5th of November in Hyderabad. There will be an open tournament like last year. Yes, it is clashing with FIDE Grand Swiss. So maybe I will be busy commentating on Grand Swiss, but the event will happen there in Hyderabad. It will be a huge one. I think the prize money last year was 10 lakh rupees, with 7.5 lakh for Rapid, 2.5 lakh for Blitz. Maybe we do it similar, or yeah, with similar prize fund. Harsh Rana says, what is happening in speed chess? Can you summarize? So speed chess mein na, Harsh, this is what is happening. It's a 16-player event, and now there are 8 players left. In fact, Wesley already won the quarterfinals, so he's in semis. We are right now seeing the match between Nepo and Arjun. Whoever wins faces Magnus. Nihal versus MVL is tomorrow. And Caruana Nakamura is also happening. I think Nihal and this is tomorrow at 10:30, very late in the night. So we'll try our best to stream it as well.
In a world that is going increasingly digital,
There's no need
it's
for that
sometimes nice
anymore,
to
guys. And now the game is about to start. Yes, we are off. Arjun has the white pieces. Knight f3, knight f6, c4, e6. This is, by the way, the Keimer variation by Leon has made a nice video course on it. When you don't play d4 soon and put your pawn on e3. c6. Attacking the queen goes back, and now the knight moves in. The threat is to take and checkmate in one move. So g6 seems like a forced move to make. No, he goes knight e5. But now can we go f4? He'll then park his knight there so that his king is safe. And maybe bishop f3. Good move, because if bishop takes bishop, rook moves up. The knight is kicked away. Knight has to come back. Where else will the knight go? Yes, this is 1+1, guys. It's 30 minutes of 1+1. Nepo plays b5. Very sharp move. The point is, if you take, the rook opens up and you can't take this pawn because bishop takes bishop and the queen would have taken the knight. So the knight moves into the center, takes. If now bishop takes, queen takes, I am thinking that there will be some attacking prospects here for white. Look at this bishop. It's such a beautiful piece. Queen d8 played. He's attacking this pawn here. h4 seems like a likely move, but queen d5, he may want to trade the queens. Yes, he plays it. Queen g4, you don't want to trade it. Arjun plays it. Knight e5, you want to attack the queen. Man, this is getting very sharp. But I think the chances of white seem preferable with this bishop and pawn rushing forward. The gap is only of 1 point. h5 played by Arjun, knight c6, Nepo playing it too slow. Dark squares getting tremendously weak. g6, look at these dark squares. The queen, if it enters here, it's game over. Queen f4, he's threatening to mate here. He has to play f5. What else? This is a good move. Don't see the question mark. f5, take it. En passant, guys. If you don't know en passant, learn it. It's there everywhere. When the pawn moves 2 squares, you can just take it. Rook f7 is played. Now rook goes to b1. The rook wants to enter from this side. White is completely better. The scores can be equalized. The rook goes to f8. And pawn pushes forward. Queen moves in. Save the pawn. That's what he does. Knight jumps in. But look at these strong pawns here. Rook c1. Why did Arjun not enter this position from here to take the pawn? Well, in bullet chess, you will see a lot of errors happening. Queen e2 played. Rook f2. Queen goes back. And he's ready to trade. But now it's black who is in the driver's seat suddenly, because look at both the rooks. They've got an active. And with the queen, the king was always weak. But now the king feels very safe. Because now if you take here, he's going to take this pawn. Arjun has 7 seconds. Nepo has 16 seconds. All our thoughts that Arjun is a better bullet player might be proven wrong. With Nepo completely winning this endgame. King g5, he's winning this pawn. This might not be winning position for Nepo perhaps, because it's rook endgame, and rook endgames are always very tricky. And here they are trading. Perhaps this will end in a draw, but what a comeback by Jan Nepomniachtchi. Ooh, is Arjun now going to fight for a win or what? Insane. Guys, a4. Arjun better, I guess. No, this will end in a draw. This will for sure end in a draw, because this rook will give a sack for this pawn. And then he'll create a passer here, and that will end in a draw. This is not going anywhere else. What? King comes out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. H3 takes. Come on, come back, come back, come back. Yeah, take this pawn and draw. Whoa. Whoa. 10 and a half, 11 and a half. Amazing game. That was a draw. So, Amruta joining in. Aja, aja, aja. This is going to be great fun. Arjun Erigaisi has drawn the first bullet game, Amruta.
Yes, I was just seeing it. Rook endgame.
Yes, and Amruta, the thought of our chat and everyone was that Arjun is better at bullet than Nepo.
Acha.
Yes, but somehow Nepo's
is
last
playing
play was very good. I mean, he was lost for sure, but somehow he kept his cool. He didn't botch it up. It almost felt like Arjun was playing.
And he's already got a better position. Oh, Arjun has got a better position.
Yeah, Arjun has
that
got
is
a better
good to know,
position.
Good to know. Arjun started with h5, man, keeping his king in the center.
Yeah, he's going for the mate. He's going for the mate. He doesn't care. Take this knight as well. I'm taking here.
Really?
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah. Or yeah, just look at him. He takes here, double exclamation
Oh,
move.
it's like a dragon, typical dragon idea.
Because if you take here, the queen was entering, it enters. King G1,
What
Amrita.
next? King f2, of course. Wow, look at this.
Yeah, he will. It's just that this entire position is positionally very good for Black, Amrita. His structure is much better. The e pawn is weak.
Yeah. Big weakness. Maybe he can long castle later, go f5.
Yeah, he might do it. But long castling, you're always a little bit worried about white opening up the
So
position.
g5, g4. What? Castle?
Yeah, short
What a
castle.
shock.
No, logical, I feel.
I was looking at g5, g4 there. But okay. Maybe he brings his rooks to the 7th heaven, Sagar.
How?
Rook c8, rook, exactly.
Yeah, he gets his
Doubling.
rook in the center. Queen h5. Okay.
But any discovered attack there?
Not
The
really, not really. He goes back and Amrita, there's pressure down the d file. The knight
Yeah.
can enter. Yeah, I wanted it to go here, but actually if it gets to this square, it would be epic.
But somehow Nepo has managed
Yeah,
to
equalize things. And he's played well. Now he can threaten to come in here. Oh, what about knight takes? Then pawn takes and he wants to open up his rook. That's interesting actually, Amrita, because if you take, oh, he goes to the 7th. Actually, white gets to the 7th heaven first.
But,
But
then
now-
you take and go knight d4, right?
Take, and now rook f7. And I think he is happy to go into this end game. I don't know who's better, b6 maybe, because to stop the knight from coming here.
Should be equal unless they make a mistake. Right now, Arjun's knight looks better.
Yeah, for sure. And also the king didn't come here because there was a fork there. And now a mistake because knight b5 was possible, followed by knight c3. Arjun is not really moving his knight, and now Nepo plays his pawn up. Anything can happen in this game. Knight endgames are very tricky, Amrita. But if you look at the time, Nepo is keeping an edge on the clock as well in bullet. h5 blunder.
Big mistake, big.
Knight e6, well played by Arjun. Now knight c5, pawn endgame winning. Oh no, the winning move was knight g5 somehow. Oh, this was not so simple to understand.
Oh my god, the h pawn. I am
Yeah, because
extremely
h6
scared
is
about
coming.
that.
H6 is coming. Take this, Arjun. And then knight takes, and then king moves here. Amrita, who's going to win this?
Looks like black only, if any.
No, but you
chances.
can check and take this, no?
It's going to be a race between h and a pawn.
What? A pawn is pushing forward. Why didn't he take it?
Oh,
Now
there
a
is no
pawn.
race, yeah.
A4.
A pawn is clear cut winner.
No, but very careful because
Knight C1,
yeah, don't
yeah?
push a2. Don't
No, king
push a2.
C2.
King c3. King b2.
Ah. Oh.
King c2. No, king c2. King c2.
Knight b4 now. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
moving in circles. Moving in circles.
Oh my goodness, he doesn't have time. 5
Oh, no, he was winning, Amrita.
How? But
Knight
how?
c5 check was a win. Check. Knight c5 check. Give this up, and now a2 a1 unstoppable.
Oh.
But he couldn't figure that out. So another draw. They both were not drawing many games in the normal time control. Here they are drawing.
It's a draw.
Yeah.
So funny. Oof. Okay, now here looks like what? English opening or what? Arjun is white.
Yeah.
He doesn't castle so easily, yeah? Right now, look at this.
For Arjun, castling is a waste of move.
Yeah, Rook G1. While we were talking about castle, but his king doesn't matter to him.
Yeah. No, how did that happen? Just very quickly. Oh.
Seems a preparation.
Yeah.
Like we were very happily playing Rook G1.
No, but
yeah?
Knight A5 was a very weird move by Nepo. I don't know if it has been played before, but maybe it has. B4.
And in Bullet, we cannot even check. The game will be over. Scores are not, yeah, scores are fine. Okay, you want to do long castle, but you cannot develop the C1 bishop because the B2 is hanging. What do you do now? Takes. Now, not a problem anymore.
I mean, white has the bishop pair, Amruta, but these pawns look bad and the knight is very well positioned on C4.
Yeah. Nice move, Rook A6 there.
And he hits the rook. The rook comes in. I think Nepo's the one pushing here.
Yeah, Rook E8 and Rook B2. I'm a little worried about that.
Yes, and suddenly the king wants to castle, but the rook said already that what long castle? Long castle has. He played H6.
Arjun doesn't care about the kings at all.
Arjun
not
tells
even
the
as a-
king that I'm not going to give you special treatment. You are just under piece. Check. Andar ghuse. No, he may go here back. Okay, check. King H7. What? Take this.
No, Rook B2. Is it any mating net here?
Amruta, what is happening?
you
Please
take here, I
explain. Yeah,
feel-
he took Rook B2, Knight D3. There's
Acha,
no
I
mate.
spotted this.
Yeah. Check. What?
Is it a perpetual then? Once again, Rook C2, King B1. Then Knight A3 check.
No, King B1 is blunder.
Blunder.
King D1 is forced.
But you can...
Rook A2, but now King D1. Arre bhai, Arjun ka king dekho. Both the rook. And now he's threatening this. No, not Bishop C1. Actually, Bishop D5 was winning, Amruta, because there's no threat here.
But in
Knight
6 seconds, you don't have time to... You have to survive. Right now, it's all about survival.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Oh, he's winning. Peace up. Arjun may win and equalize the score, guys. What a match this is turning out to be. Rook takes A5.
Rook
Okay.
H2?
Now take,
Okay, it's not
take
easy
this.
because
No,
the
take this. Okay, he saves the... Now
but
take
G5 is coming.
Oh, check is
nice
such a
move.
nice touch. Matlab, beach mein and he wins.
Resign.
Equalize the score. Wow, this match is turning into a real bloodbath, as Amruta says.
D6 and C6 and G6. Wow.
King's Indian attack, King's Indian defense.
Oh, did he? I thought the move order. No, the move order it started with
Some other,
C6 and
yeah,
D6.
some other move order, but now
It's converted.
proper King's Indian.
Yeah, A5 saves the knight on C5. I mean the spot on C5.
Yeah.
A4.
F4.
Okay, what about the C8 bishop? What's the plan?
No, don't worry about it.
नहीं, future का देखना ही नहीं
फ्यूचर में
है.
A3 बीच में आएगा देखो कभी तो they will push this pawn and weaken this knight a bit. Oh, B3 square is weakened. Come back.
Job done, yeah.
Yeah, a little
Project
bit.
done.
Little
Come
bit.
back up, come back up.
And now takes here. He wants this pawn, Amruta. It's a little too greedy. Bishop
Yeah, because your
D4,
bishop is
F5.
not yet developed.
F5, but pawn is a pawn, and then you put your knight here. It goes knight
Hey, but
F6.
what about bishop F6?
What?
Isn't it a blunder?
Knight G5. Take.
Knight F6, rook 8, knight E8, queen E.
Yeah, exactly. But now what? Oh, he has an intermediate bishop F5 attacking the queen. That's what I think was missed.
Smart. इतना सन्नाटा क्यों है?
Because Nepo has suddenly started to think which to take, because he has an option to take this knight, he takes this one. Anyway, bishop F5 has to be played. I think there's no other option. Yes, queen is attacked. Rook has started to defend the other rook.
Computer did not like bishop F5 though.
What,
Very
really?
surprisingly.
I mean, that was the only move, yeah. There was knight E6 though. He's gone in with the knight. Now
Oh,
Amruta.
opposite colored bishop Sagar.
Yes.
Who is attacking?
Queen F5.
Queen H5.
Queen F5.
Queen
Beautiful move
F5.
attacking the bishop.
Lovely.
Rook takes D6. Now meet it with bishop D5, which is so tough, Amruta, because then
Yeah,
rook takes
disco.
rook. No, he goes here. Queen D7.
But his threat is rook B2 Sagar.
Yeah.
It's so scary once
Yeah,
again
for
the
sure.
white. But queen D7.
Queen D7. And then rook check. King G1. Check. King F1. Somehow. might be saving the day because the queen defends the h3
Oh,
pawn.
and this time Nepo has 5 seconds.
No,
Arjun
he
has
had to
30
find
seconds.
that only move to save himself, and he found it with 5 seconds left. Can Arjun create more tricks here? That is the question. I think it's very difficult because if you give a check, in the end, your rook would also be hanging later.
So what is the best move here to play?
I think somehow trading the queen might be okay. But
7 seconds.
oh,
He
what
goes
he
queen
he
c5.
keeps the queen.
Oh, queen
But
f2
now-
was the mating one threat, Sagar.
Amruta, both have now
Anybody can do a blunder. This
Yeah.
is impossible
Yeah.
to, play accurately. And
blunder. Rook b1. Very tough move.
Why rook b2? नहीं किया?
Rook b1 was win. Arjun Erigaisi on time.
On time. Wow. Oh my god, that is awesome. What happened? You shocked?
Yeah, I'm shocked, and
Because,
I'm
yeah, Nepo losing on time
I
is
don't.
not easy.
I mean, also someone losing on time always feels bad, no matter who that
No,
player
but
is.
that position also anything could have happened
Yes.
because you can blunder.
There were so many tactics.
It still feels like going back to that game only. But okay, move on.
So this time we had some kind of a Reti English opening. Knight c6. He takes the bishop. Queen takes. Queen a4 takes. And now Arjun having a small edge out of the opening. I think he'll castle. He plays. Oh, he takes here. Takes. Castle.
अर्जुन कैसल करो भाई. हाँ, शांति.
Arjun's mom when he was young, like generally mom like खाना खा लो बेटा, like नहीं मम्मी स्वेटर पहन लो बेटा, नहीं मम्मी कैसल कर लो बेटा, नहीं मम्मी I want castle. Bishop d2, and actually Nepo, in spite of having these weak pawns, is putting pressure on b2. And by the way, I think Arjun has taken the lead in this match after a long time.
Oh really?
Yeah,
संपत आज ड्यूरिंग मैच अगर किसी को सुसु आ जाए तो
he can take a break.
नहीं बट अभी बुलेट के बाद
मतलब once the game is over, he doesn't make a move. He can tell the arbiter.
Okay, this seems really calm. But why is queen d3 a bad move? Or maybe
Well, it's-
tripling on the b file?
I think Arjun has a nice position.
Do you want to double on c5?
C file, but then
No,
B2,
but then losing b2 doesn't make
is-
sense. Oh, he did that. e3.
And now rook takes b2, Amruta.
What has changed?
I don't know.
Queen e2, yeah, defend a b2.
But why didn't Nepo take this?
These are all tough decisions to make in 40.
Yeah, and now maybe queen c, rook c4.
Oh, a4, that's smart.
Ah, he's attacking this. But Nepo's attacking this.
That's okay, you get the a pawn, and those c pawns are doubled pawns.
Yeah.
So this is a good trade.
Yes, just have to be careful on this diagonal with the king, with the check coming in, king coming up. So the queen is well positioned here. I think white has a very nice risk-free edge to push in this game. Do we go rook c4 again? Yes, putting pressure here. Check, king g2. King h2 he played.
Oh, will he go rook a1 and queen b1?
Queen b3.
Idea is-
just take the pawn.
But
What's
there is
the
no,
threat?
no queen d1.
queen
Maybe
d1.
he
I'll just take
like
it.
it was a...
He wanted a3. But now this is hanging, and Amruta Arjun is a pawn up.
But e4, d5, he needs to create a passer.
Oh!
b1!
The rook.
Pawn!
Arjun wins another game. Arjun wins another game. And Amruta's score is 14-12 in the favor of Arjun. He's taken 2-point lead. And as we had mentioned, Arjun very strong at bullet. He's showing it. In the last few seconds, he's coming up on the top.
Aditya Surroy says, Arjun, be like king safeties for Duryodhan. I don't know much about it. Okay, e5, central break. It's a nice one, actually.
Yeah, nice move. Knight d2. h6 played. Arjun has again a nice position.
This is really a good position, yeah? He must play carefully.
Yeah.
Do you want to go c4 or it's a long-term bad move? Knight h5, nice.
But what was this move all about? Bishop c7. Does Arjun want to
d6.
go and attack here? But
But it
bishop
doesn't make
e7
much
is coming.
sense then.
Bishop e7.
Yeah.
g3, g5,
Why?
trap the bishop.
Arey, but look at your king on
No,
e8.
that's okay. That's okay. My queen is looking here, so it's safe.
No, Nepo has
No, just
seen it,
trap
for
it.
sure.
No, he's not seen it.
He sacrificed it. You think Nepo will miss a move like g5? Yeah, that's the whole point. Blunder pe blunder, blunder pe blunder.
No, it's not blunder, Amruta. It's just this engine showing some moves as good, bad.
We can't switch that off, right? That wrong.
Let's keep it for the time being. But now the rook is trapped. Oh, nice move. Because if you take...
Exchange. He has a
No,
good compensation.
first come in. Yes, good move by Nepo.
Oh.
Nepo playing well.
Queen b5 maybe? But knight f1.
Amruta, maybe the queen... Bishop takes f6. Wow, he's actually now...
Bishop h7 check and queen g6 is coming.
Yes,
Man, that is
yes.
so crazy
No, he
dangerous.
first took here. And now even though black is an exchange up, his position is bad because the king is too weak. The bishop is coming in and the queen is coming in.
Oh, but now queen d1. He's threatening queen h5.
Queen h5 or queen g4.
And Arjun took the pawn here, but what about the king here?
No, he's just left
can't
the king.
escape.
Come on, Arjun, your king cannot be so safe that you let your queen go away there. No, this is not going to work out for Arjun. He has only 6 seconds left and he takes on e3, but that's just desperate. It's just gone.
This is gone. Nepo fighting back.
Nepo fighting back. Amruta, I had mentioned the score to be 16-12 at the start of this match.
Oh, really?
Right now it's 14-12 and it might become 14-13. But somehow Nepo is not able to find that killer blow. And maybe Arjun could be able to hold it. No, now it's gone. Now it's gone. Some check
Because
and you
even
lose.
If you lose the bishop.
Yeah. No, just take the bishop safe side. Yeah, this is just lost now. What is Arjun doing? He wants to play the full... Okay, he's resigned here. 14-13. So Nepo actually wins his first bullet game.
Achha, that was his first. Look at this opening.
Yeah, this is well known.
To you?
I mean, in general. Yes, theory.
Okay.
This is actually reversed Blumenfeld, no? Somehow, Amruta.
Exactly.
Castle.
But then white should be good.
Yeah, white has
With
a
the
nice
move up.
position. Yes. Nice center. Pawn can push forward. Bishops can open up. Oh no, this is gone. This is gone. D5. Yes. Look at this, Amruta.
Easy.
This is over. Bishop f6. No, in bullet you can't survive with such a king. Knight comes up, attacking here, and look at Arjun pushes the pawn. Although it's a technically poor move, and Nepo is coming back into the game. I
can't believe.
You know,
I
Amruta,
can't believe
he's going to
this.
now push f4 and his
That
king
is
is
king.
safe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Never
And
imagined.
again, he's brought his queen here to attack, and he says you can't defend with the rook because the pawn is here. A bishop
if
is
he
here.
loses both the pawns, the d6 and
Yeah.
the g6
No,
knight is such a defender.
defense. Brilliant defense by Nepo. Really, guys.
Unbelievable.
Great game, and he deserves this sort of if he wins this game. And then it will equalize the score. It will be
But Arjun is not
14-14.
going to make it so easy for Nepo yet. 40 seconds for Arjun. So time-wise, they both are equal.
Yeah.
Rook d1. Oh, rook d8, another important move.
Yeah,
You
he's
can't defend, right? Knight. And that king, this knight, so irritating.
knight cannot move.
Okay, knight f5 is a big threat.
Acha, mate. Oh ho. Bye.
क्या किया जाए?
Bishop takes f2. Oh, he plays queen e5. What a nice move. Nepo as cool as a cucumber here. Take. Knight c2 perhaps. No, now actually if you count the pawns, black is a pawn up. And also the d7 pawn is weak. You take this and you take this. At the very least.
Right. Oh, never thought such an opening he got. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Middle game.
No, he just thought, Arjun thought that he would win.
I think
Like,
he overestimated at some position.
a5.
Anyway, some chance to go
No,
into a draw.
no, how? I mean, knight endgames are always tricky, but
No, but 2 pawns are too much. If it was 1 pawn, maybe some counterplay, but you're nothing.
yeah, also the
And
knight
knight
sits
defends.
well and defends everything.
Okay, can we create a passer from H and G pawn?
Oh, what? Amruta, this
No,
pawn
pawn
endgame?
endgame is lost.
Yes.
No, no way.
This is lost. This is lost. Guys, scores are getting level.
Equal.
Yeah.
And there are 5 minutes, no? How many games will be possible?
2 more, I think.
Max to max 2.
Max to max 3.
If you're lucky, then 3.
Yeah. See Nepo,
Who is the
how
opponent?
calmly he's calculating here because he knows that
20
this
seconds.
is
He just
no
knows he
reason.
shouldn't mess it up
A3.
for whatever reason.
King and Nepo wins because when the king comes back, the e pawn also moves forward. So now we are into, guys. Oh, the last couple of games, the match has been intense, and we thought that Arjun would really crush it in the bullet, but he lost 2 back-to-back games. Can he stop the bleeding here, Amruta?
It is important, but D6 bishop is gone.
Yeah, no, this is opening. This is opening.
Yeah.
And now
Ninth
e4.
center.
Do we push the pawn? He goes bishop g4.
Maybe you got castle. No, if you castle, it looks like a blunder. E4.
Yes. Yes, if you castle, your bishop would be unprotected.
And if you go knight
and
d4, there is knight takes d4.
Yes. So queen d1 is the right move, defending the bishop, preparing to castle. And maybe rook c8, taking the open file. White does have the bishop pair, Amruta.
You would love to play d4, but that would be a blunder. Knight takes d4.
Yeah.
Okay.
D8. He's-
Nice.
Actually,
Everything on center.
Did you notice that this is the open file, but he put not his rook there, he put his rooks here, which means he's going for some attacking hopes.
Hey, but what if knight d4 now?
No, if you would have taken here with the knight,
No.
then I could have taken with the bishop, knight takes, and then eventually taken this pawn.
Got
So that's the reason why he played e takes, rook e1. But now Amruta, knight d5 to f4 to c3. It's a good knight.
But knight d5, knight d4, again you have to calculate.
Yeah, but that...
Constant threat. But you can even go knight h5. Oh, he goes h3. Yeah, that bishop on g4 was irritating. Hey, now knight b4 could come. Not so easy with the
Bishop
d4
f1.
pawn.
Yeah, this could become a weakness also in the future. While it was a strength at some point, that's what happens with some things in our life. They are
With our
strength at some
qualities,
point
yeah.
and then they become weaknesses.
Okay.
Bishop a3, hitting the queen. The queen has to move. Queen goes back. Amruta, this is a very tense bullet game because both of them have been playing quite well.
And
Now he's
knight
blundered a pawn.
d4.
Oh, and Nepo doesn't miss it.
And
He
that was an
takes
important
it.
one, Sagar.
Important
And he
pawn.
also e6 is attacked.
And
Oof, another mistake.
Yeah, this
Because
is
he
a
had to
big
move
mistake.
The bishop, I guess.
queen a5 now. Because in between, when the knight took here, you couldn't take the queen. Your own queen was hanging.
So that was an intermezzo. Okay,
Queen
he goes-
a5.
Do you play b6 here?
He comes back. And Amruta, yes, one very important thing mentioned by Sanchit in the chat who says, we really... Oh, knight c2 fork. No, not rook c2, knight c2. He's back in the game, knight f4.
Oh, his knights
Yeah,
are now
knights
dominating
are
or
actually dancing around. King h2, something, rook a2, take the pawn and hit the bishop, Amruta. Should we do that? Oh, he takes here. Is the king weak? No. What's happening? Bishop e7, queen f5, check. He's mating him. He's mating him somehow.
Oh, if king h2, knight
No,
f3 check. And
this
you
is
win
a-
the queen.
And also this
Knight
is
f3 check.
Oh, knight f3 is winning much more faster. You are very quick to spot it. But now,
But now it's again a game.
yeah, it's a game, but black is better. Queen
Which
d1
one?
postmate.
Mate.
Oh, he takes white is back in the game.
Oh, draw maybe, no? Perpetual?
Draw Nepo. So tricky, but Nepo wants to play for a win.
Man. Yeah, because Nepo is not a pawn up. Not a pawn up.
Nothing up. Well, Nepo is so ambitious, Amruta.
Queen d1, queen h5 draw.
No, but will Arjun take?
Yeah. Acha, Nepo is not taking yet.
Draw. Oh my god, last
This
game.
is last game.
Last game
Oh, I
and
mean,
score is
actually,
equal.
Yeah.
And if they draw, If they draw, I think there are some rules. I don't know what are the rules.
Maybe they'll play 2 more games, I guess.
But Arjun has white, so maybe a small edge.
If he gets the same line like last time, that would be epic.
No,
But
but
of
he's
course,
played very quiet line.
Nepo has played a solid line here.
Yeah.
Okay, this time I think Arjun is absolutely
No,
clear that he wants to cancel.
अर्जुन इज लाइक भाई इस बार मस्ती नहीं करता हूँ फाइनल गेम है कुछ भी हो सकता है जस्ट प्ले इट काम कूल
Oh, 4 more games after tiebreaker, if at all
if
they
if
draw.
there's a tiebreaker, yes. But you think Amruta, with both these players the way they are playing,
Yeah,
that there
it
is a
looks
chance
like-
for a
yeah,
draw?
Yeah, very high
I
chance.
think there will be a decisive game somehow. A6.
You think?
Yeah.
Guys, what do you think? Is it going to be the final game or not? B5. Oh my god. Is Arjun going in trouble?
Yeah, I think Arjun's position looks bad, but not too bad. Like for a bullet, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay-ish position. Knight
But
B6.
D5 pawn, Arjun's.
Yeah,
now
he got
the
B5. Maybe this is a draw. They want
Yeah,
to play
yeah,
4
yeah.
more games.
That is
Bishop
so clear.
C4. Yeah.
Sometimes you don't want to take the pressure of that one game. You
Yes.
know, one
Yes.
last game.
Exactly. But you
But
know.
then bishop on B7.
No, it's a monster with this knight here. And what is the move? Knight
Nobody-
G5, Bishop G2, and black is winning. H5 played. Bishop F7. Arjun, take it.
But he has to calculate with 30. Oh, he has
No, but
time
Amrita,
actually.
no, why didn't he take it? Bishop D5, you can't take. There's a fork. Don't take the bishop. Oh my god, Arjun is losing this. Nepo's going to go through. No, what? No, it's happening. Amruta, knight H3 is to find the only move. But then bishop C4. Knight F4, bishop takes F1. This is lost. What a classy move he found. Take this. Nepo is winning. Guys, match is over.
Oh my god.
Queen A1. Khatam.
Oh my god, that was like unbelievable find by Nepo, yeah?
Oh. Oh my
That
god.
is so heartbreaking because he played so well, and you know, even this last game we were hoping for a draw. It was going towards that.
And now he has to resign. The queens are traded. Nepo beats Arjun in the final seconds. What a heartbreaking loss there. In fact, he had gotten an advantage
So
there.
what was that moment? Sagar, if you can just show that bishop f7 moment when it was happening.
Yeah,
H5.
so h5 you take this.
Okay.
If you take here, then knight takes and you can't take the queen because the rook is hanging. So you have to move the king wherever. And now bishop takes h5. So
And now with bishop g2, it's still complicated, no?
yeah, bishop g2, then knight f7 is there and somehow this is hanging. So yeah, somehow this would have been equalish. But you know where Arjun got bit confused was here, that he didn't understand how exactly to get out of this pressure. Because first move you think is g3, but then there is this knight h3 check. If you take, then queen f3 and mate. So when he saw that this is the pressure on him, he kind of went in, and then this queen g3, I think Nepo was in prime form to find this move bishop d5. Matlab,
So bishop d5 was the only move, kya Nepo? If he would have taken on g2 here, bishop g2.
yes, it's also okay, but then there's rook e1 and it's still complicated because this is hanging. But bishop d5 prevents this attack, and if you take this check,
Yeah, amazing. What a match, but I mean, hats off, right? In a way.
yeah, brilliant,
Maza. It was
brilliant
the
play
best.
by both players, and I think maybe one of the finest matches we have seen at speed chess. Because I feel that Arjun really played well, but really hats off to Nepo to beat Arjun in this format. And I think Arjun's this thing with tie breaks continues. He really lost a very like a very tense tie break with Prague at the World Cup. Now here also he was very close to winning the match, or at least taking it to tie breaks, but he lost. So now only Indian left in the fray is Nihal Sarin.
Yeah, Rakshit says I'm excited for the quarterfinals between MVL and Nihal. We can finally see how much Nihal has improved, because back in 2020 when Nihal played MVL in SCC, he lost 16-11. Now it's going to be closer.
Who lost 16-11?
Nihal.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be closer this year. Tomorrow is actually the match at 10:30 p.m. Most likely we will stream it. So guys, do join in and we will have good fun. Today we were expecting Arjun to come out on top, Amruta, because I felt that in this format he is kind of the superior player. He did show it, because in the end, when it was 10 minutes or so left, he had 2-point lead, or 15 minutes were left. But then Nepo struck back, and then they drew a game, and then the last game he won. So
But still, such a tough fight it was.
Yeah.
I mean, for Nepo, who has been playing these world championships and so much preparation, he made it so hard for him.
yeah.
Arjun made it so hard for Nepo.
No, true. But
Because-
Amruta, I mean, if you talk about this format, I never felt that Arjun. I mean, if it was classical, I would definitely say Nepo was the favorite. But when it comes to blitz and bullet, then Arjun is a beast. And also, I feel that the match Nepo Magnus might be quite a lot in favor of Magnus, which will happen next.
Oh,
So
next one, huh?
yeah,
Nepo
this
versus
is what we are looking at, Amruta. Now in this tournament we will have Hikaru versus Caruana in the next quarterfinals. Nihal MVL, Carlson Nepo, and already Wesley has beaten Firuza. And by the way, guys, at 10:30 p.m. today, check out our channel for Gukesh versus Wesley So in Armageddon. It's happening, and you can follow it. We won't be commentating. We are restreaming it from the World Chess YouTube channel, where they will have, I think, Simon Williams maybe commentating, or someone there. So check it out. Gukesh is playing, Humpy is playing. We'll stream the matches of the Indian players. So do follow that. And I think we will take your leave. And while going back, we will play our little video of the chessboard one final time. Amruta, thank you so much for tuning in. And also, guys, thank you all for following this match, for supporting our talents. They are very, very good. They are almost right up there with the best in the world. But, there are always these little things to work upon, which they will, and get back stronger. Arjun, we really enjoyed today. Thank you so much for giving us a good time. Bye-bye.
In a world that is going increasingly digital, it's sometimes nice to hold things in your hand. The ChessBase India Premium Chess Set is our attempt to give you a great feel of playing chess in real life. The first thing we wanted to ensure was that the product was of the best possible quality. When you buy the ChessBase India Premium Chess Set, you get a chessboard, high quality chess pieces, a bag for the pieces, a bag for the chessboard as well. All of this is carefully packed so that when we courier it to you, you receive it in the best possible condition. We take pride in the fact that the chess sets are manufactured in India. Here are some features of the premium chess set. It is 96 mm standard weighted and felted set of Staunton design. Fine crafted, high class plastic pieces of 3.75 inches height. Total weight of the pieces is around 800 grams. Usual pieces are around 300 to 400 grams. You have 2 extra queens included. 55 mm by 55 mm high quality vinyl board with notation, the ChessBase India logo in the corner, and a leatherite finish. You have 2 flat nylon drawstrings for the board and pieces, the ChessBase India logo. It is also a perfect product to gift your loved ones. We also have gift wrapping options in the ChessBase India shop. So what are you waiting for? Get your hands on the ChessBase India Premium Chess Set and challenge someone to a game of chess in real life. Link is in the description.
Guys, it is the third link in the description. We are going off now. See you. Bye-bye.